Hello, I'm Dr. Roderick Little, Director of Bands here at Jackson State University. So the atmosphere of the vet is literally second to none. By being a part of the Jackson State University fabric and families as a student and now as a director, I've had the opportunity to experience it from many different levels. And it's something that you just cannot recreate. I don't care if you're a part of HBCU or the PWI. And so when you mix the Sonic Boom of the South and the football team and all of the synergy that we create amongst each other and between each other, you're not going to get that in any atmosphere or any stadium. We have an outstanding team with Coach T.C. Taylor under the leadership of A.D. Ashley Robinson. We are all coin to make sure that we elevate the profile of this illustrious institution that we all love, which is Jackson State University. And so when you mix the energy of the Sonic Boom of the South and when you mix that grit and that swagger of the Jackson State University football team, that's going to cause an ingredient that you cannot recreate anywhere else. And then I didn't even mention, when you sprinkle the atmosphere of the vet with 60,000 fans of our alumni, all of our friends and constituents of Jackson State University, all of those elements coming together, that's just something that, again, cannot be recreated. And we want to make sure that everybody that's connected to Jackson State University, they go out and they make sure that they clinch those season tickets. So we make sure that we support our student athletes and also make sure that we support our student musicians as well. So we're coming to a stadium near you, the best stadium in FCS. It's the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South and the Jackson State University football team. You can purchase your season tickets at gojsutigers.com/tickets. Don't miss out. We want to see you there. Go Tigers and love the Boom.
What's up, the I Love family? It's Zoe Phillips with Tiger Talk and proud JSU historian. I'm at the historical Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, home where all the greatest titans in the state of Mississippi have laid their blood, sweat, and tears at. Look, we're trying to get 10,000 season tickets sold for this year. We'll be the only HBCU to ever have gotten 10,000 season tickets sold. We need you to get it done. Let's do what we do. Let's stand on what we stand on right here at the vet. We need to see you here yelling for the I Love family. Get your damn tickets.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic programs.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's up, everybody? What's up, family? What's going on? TD Zoe got the whole crew on. What's up, everybody? Sorry for the delay, but it was well worth it. I had to do something. What's up, fam?
What's happening? What's up, I love family?
What's up, everybody? What's up, family? What's up, fellas?
With the Chicago Bears. What's up, TD? What's good? What's good, man? What's up?
What do you do, baby?
Walter Payton, you stunning. I like that though, bro. That's a dope jersey, man. That's from D Jersey way.
I love that, man.
There's D Mitchell in there.
Oh, Mitchell and okay.
He's done for real. D Mitchell and this.
My little Joe voice, JSU, shaking my pom. Little Joe with the rose.
Hey, Joe boy.
Yeah, man. It's a happy Wednesday. We elected not to have didn't want to do a special guest today. We going so here's the plan for you guys. So next month, August football season kicks off. We got a heavy lineup, man, of legends. We probably gonna have somebody join us almost every show. And we okay with that, even if it's just for a brief moment. I got a long list, and the thing is that we can't make them wait so long, then it kind of grows numb on the ideal. So figure we'll go ahead, and it's a lot happening in the NCAA right now. So I figured, hey, why not give this show the opportunity to have some dialogue about it. I think it's an important dialogue. But yeah, man, typical Wednesday show. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Share the stream. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're not a channel member, go ahead and join the channel. We need the support, and subscribe to the channel, man. So what's up, bro?
Can I get started?
Can I just say it behind the screen first, though?
I'm gonna set you up. Depends on what you start.
Came in hot like cayenne pepper.
Say it again, no?
He came in hot like cayenne.
Well, I mean, he got a reason. Hey, listen, I'll just go ahead and say it because it ain't no mystery. I think Zoe from our last show, TD, we was on there, and Zoe ain't been he ain't been holding his tongue about a particular quarterback. I guess word got back to his pops, and somebody sent me a link and sent him a link saying, hey, he got receipts on you, bro. Hey, we got receipts, man. So, hey, this is what we do. It's football season. I love this. This is a time of the year high. We getting worked up. It's about that time, man. So I ain't gonna hold you back, bro. You do your thing, man. What's up, D. Lewis?
Look, I gotta address this like the numbers on the house. All right. So first things first. All right. When it comes to me and I talk about other teams, like I tend to joke, but there's a fine demarcation. I don't attack any player at all. I'm on here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But again, if I'm speaking numbers and I'm giving you data, because that's what I live on. Y'all hear me say it all the time. The data. I give data. I give numbers, in my opinion. If you don't like my numbers, if you don't like the data, or if you don't like the position that I hold, in my opinion, then tough titty. That's on y'all. That's tough titty. And again, prove me wrong. But I will say this. Since you got receipts, I'm going to be in Montgomery with receipts. I'm bringing the whole paper roll. I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4". I'm not hard to find. Matter of fact, I'll be on the lookout. And I'll probably be on the sideline. But you ain't got to worry about receipts. I'm going to bring the paper roll. So again, I'm going to say the same thing today that I said back then. Now, only thing I can say is you don't have to like what I say, but one thing you cannot call me. You cannot call me a liar. Because again, I'm giving you data. So again, I'm going to say this again. We talk about Alabama State. I don't believe, in my opinion, that they're going to be what they're going to be. And I gave valid reason and to my opinion. If you don't like that, that's fine. And you're willing to your right not to agree with me, and that's fine. But again, your son, quarterback for Alabama State, has won 9 games in 3 years. That's not my opinion. That's fact. He has 4 wins against teams 500 or better. It's not my opinion. That's fact. Now, when you came in, the first thing you said was what he did in high school. I don't know if you got the memo, but once you get to college, we don't talk about high school no more. And the fact that you had to lead off with high school, gives credence to what I was saying because you don't have no numbers to brag on in college. It is what it is. Now, also, when you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, you also stated that he didn't have no help. Last time I checked, he didn't play last year, but the year before that, y'all fill me in. What team led the conference in rushing? I'm going to give y'all 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Ding, ding, ding. It was Texas Southern. That to me qualifies as help. Then you follow up and you say, oh, I go to Alabama State. The practices are open. They got 6'5", 6'6", 6'3". Last time I checked. So what? All the receivers in Texas Southern 5'10", 5'9"? And does height equate to how good they are?
You know what would really make this conversation great, bro? Mr. Body join the show. Come on up, Mr. Body. Hey, we listen. We not opposed to him popping up. We talking football. We talking football.
Body will catch a body.
No. You can't say it like that, bro. No. Clean it up, bro. You can't say it like that. You can't say it like that.
Play on words.
I know what you mean. Meaning debates and football talk.
It can be taken out of context.
So then listen.
People will take it out of context, bro.
Oh yeah, you know what? No, it ain't that deep. So then listen. So then we get to talk. So then after that, you get to talking about, you know what I'm saying, everything in relation to Alabama State. I'm like, that's fine. You can have your opinion. But again, everything I stated, I came with actual facts, actual data. I haven't told one lie, one mistruth. I haven't been misspoken. I mean, what are we doing here? So again, you want to have receipts, and that's fine. And again, I don't take offense to you being charged up at me being an opposition. That's fine. Just understand. Hold on. So that's fine if you want to have an opposition. That's cool. But the moment you said you had receipts, that got my attention because I'm like, what? That's my arena. I'm a professional shit talker. So guess what? I'm gonna have the receipts. I'm bringing the whole paper roll with me to Montgomery. Make sure we meet up.
Two games. Hey, 2 games. TD, I'm gonna let you jump in. 2 games we know for sure because of Zoe gonna be super duper watched and overhyped. It's Jackson State versus Alabama State and FAMU versus Alabama A&M. Go ahead, TD.
Oh, I just want to ask Mr. Zoe. We hear you on your getting your receipts off. What transpired this? I mean, we know the conversation we had on Monday, but what happened after the show? I mean, what has taken place?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. I think what happened was, but I ain't no think. It was well, you speak for us. I ain't gonna speak.
No, he went on a platform. It's fine. I mean, I was watching it, but I got off. I didn't know all this. I just got this evening. And so, came on the platform, basically, was like, took issue with what I said. That's fine. I don't have a problem taking issue, but he took it he stated as if like I'm being personal and attacking his son. I'm like, I ain't attacking nobody. But that's fine. Whatever. Misunderstanding. Okay, cool. Whatever. But then when you said you got the receipts, oh, I love that. Because again, once you say you got receipts, I'm going to have them too. I'm bringing the whole roll. I promise you. Y'all know the little white roll they have in the cash register that ain't printed on yet? I'm bringing the whole roll with me. I promise you. I'm going to have it in Montgomery. Oh,
hey, Zoe, we can't fast forward. We got 12 games this year. And Alabama State going to be our 11th game.
Hey, guess what, King? Guess what? Paper don't spoil. I'm going to keep it in plastic. Paper don't spoil.
No, my point is, I ain't going to bypass all that. They said that Zoe was delusional. That's what somebody said. Hey, we're going to get into it. Y'all hold. I want to just let bro open up, get it. Hey, we're going to come back to it. We got a lot that we got to talk about. That's why we couldn't have no guests tonight. A lot to talk about tonight, man. And we may have hopefully Josh comes. I know you said Josh may join the conversation. We got to talk about this NCAA, man. D1 jumping. Man, they listen. They changing the rules right in front of us. They've been doing it for the past 2 years, and I don't know why our administrations and leaderships in these universities. But we better get off our gluteus maximus and start making some moves, or else it might be a little too late. But let's get some of these preliminaries out of the way, man. We gotta shout out our sponsors. We do have a foundation. Hey, listen, we about 1,800. We about 1,800. Oh, I just got a donation. Let me see where we at. Make sure our numbers is about right there. Let me see where we at. We got this housing initiative, man. We trying to knock out some. Hey, hold on. What the hell just happened? Wait a minute. What just happened to my phone? Sorry about that, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so we about 1,700 shy of our goal. We'll get that tonight. I got faith in y'all, man. Let's go ahead and knock that out. If you have donated, haven't donated, we still want to donate, whatever you want to do. We have a housing initiative. It's for students, Jack State students. We purchased 12 beds, 5 couches, 12 beds and 5 couches. So we've collected the majority of it, but we still got about 1,700 left of our goal that we're trying to hit. Put in an order for the mattresses, man, on today. They'll get delivered tomorrow. I already paid for the bed frames and all that good stuff. And if you're in the Platinum chat, you guys have been getting all the receipts and everything, have been seeing everything happen. So if you guys want to donate, hit the Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, hit the Givelify, whatever you want to do. Cash if you want to see me, you know what I mean? But we making things happen over at the university for these students, man, as they get geared up, get ready for school. We want to shout out our sponsor, channel sponsor, Cannon Toyota Vicksburg. We're gonna be in it. Y'all gonna see us rolling in big trucks and SUVs this season. When you see that Cannon tag, y'all know who it is, man. Shout out to Clay, Billy, and really Billy, Clay, and Greg over in Vicksburg, Cannon Toyota. Definitely want to shout out Automasters, JSU alums, man. www.automaster06.com, 601-927-7794. Hit them up if you're looking for a vehicle, man. Hey, we got. Hey, it's that time, bro. Listen, hey, with prices going up. Certified pre-owned new used vehicles is the market right now. These guys will go to, they'll find what you're looking for. So hit up Terrence, hit up Timothy. They'll get you taken care of, man. And Shot RX, listen, Shot RX, we will have Dr. Ted on the show August 5th. That's a Monday. So y'all be prepared for that. We got Dr. Ted, the owner of Shot RX, man, who's going to be giving out 3 internships this year, 3 powerful, big-time internships to some students, man, $10,000 internships, man. And he picked 3 games, Southern, Texas Southern, and I think Homecoming. Yes, that's it. Those are the 3. Homecoming, Southern, Texas Southern. So yeah, man, we got. So he's gonna be on talking. Listen, this is what we're talking about. I know we're getting worked up for some football, but we're talking about Black health, man. Health is wealth. The doctor's gonna be on talking about what's important for us. Cause I know I can't wait to listen to what he got to say. We're getting older, y'all. We gaining weight. The food is scarce, it is processed, all the stuff that's going on. Make sure you're taking care of your health, prioritizing that. And he's gonna be on talking about all that good stuff. So we have him on August 5th. Dr. Ted, owner of Shot RX out of Memphis, Tennessee, JSU alum. And hey, man, I can't wait to have him on. We eclipsed our 6,000 subscribers. And shout out to everybody who's been a part of this journey for us. Listen, you got 7 days left season tickets, man. Get your damn tickets. Like Joe said, get your damn tickets. Go get your tickets, man. You got a week left, 1 week to get your season tickets. Listen, after this week, I'm going to say it again. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I'm going to speak clear to the mic. You do realize that you will only be able to buy single game tickets after this last 7 days. So what that means is whatever the single ticket price is, that is what you will pay per game. There will be no more season tickets. Listen to me. I would personally, in the most respectful, Deep South Baptist way that I know how to cuss you the F out if you ever open your mouth and say that you still want to buy, you trying to buy season tickets in August. After the way that the ticket office, shout out to my girl Vaughn, shout out to all of them. The way that they have been pushing, they got me doing video, got Zoe doing video, got Dr. Little doing video, Jacoby and Morgan did a video, TC Taylor, Otis, everybody did a video. They did 2 food truck Fridays. They had an event over at the Zaza rooftop. What else y'all need for them to tell you to get season tickets? If you open your mouth and complain about not being able to buy season tickets come August the 1st, I will personally cuss you out myself because I ain't never seen them push the way that they have. And listen, you want to pay single game tickets if you don't want to get your tickets. You got 1 week left. I don't want to hear nothing, but listen, they will put together 5 games for you. You just going to pay single ticket prices. So whatever that price is, it's going to go up. Y'all want to touch anything on season ticket before we move on?
Yeah,
Anybody?
I do.
Go ahead, TD. Go ahead.
Yo, I would like to send send a special message out to Kenton, Mississippi, exit 119.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
you have a strong possibility of one of your own, one of our homeboys, to be the starting quarterback at Jackson State University. We need Canton to be empty on every Jackson State home game. Go out and buy your tickets. Support your homeboy. We always talking to what he is, what it's not, what he can't be. Go out and buy your ticket.
What up, look?
So,
hey man, get your damn ticket. Get your damn tickets.
Go ahead and get your ticket.
Get your damn tickets, man.
Exit 119. I'm calling on you. Boo Rossini. He just had that event up there, didn't he, kid?
Yeah, Zaza. We're gonna be in Zaza at some point this season. I don't know when, but we're gonna Zaza our way into a rooftop event at some point during the season.
That sounds like a party, man. Zo up in Zaza.
We in Zaza. I almost Okinzwaza is gonna be at Zaza. If you don't know me, if you it take you gotta know me to catch that. What's up, Nug? What's up, baby?
What up, Nug? Hey man, we'll need Rossini to drop a couple bars, babe.
I don't think Boo rap no more.
He don't mean
what he is doing. He wrapping up Benjamins in the real estate game. Hey, keep doing your thing, Boo. I'll DM you when I get back to the States. Oh man, you got to get on. We got to get you on Tiger Talk. We're gonna have you live, however you want to do it. We doing it, Nug. Whatever you want, baby.
Hey,
appreciate you, Paul. Y'all, let's knock out that goal, man. I'm gonna count it up in just a minute. We got a $1,700 goal to knock out these beds. Just know that when you donate, you ain't donating to us. You donate to a bed to a Jackson State student. Yes, sir. We've been doing a lot. We got a lot more we're gonna talk about though. But yes, get your tickets. You got 7 days. That means next Wednesday we will do a serious push. Next Wednesday show. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all we got a special guest. We got a special legendary guest coming on next Wednesday. Y'all want me to tell them who it's gonna be?
Nope, not yet.
Don't tell them. All right, I won't say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing just yet. We'll wait.
It's a rather large human being, I can tell you
that. He is that. He definitely is that. All right, it said alumni chat. Make sure when you purchase the season tickets, actually that ends on this week. This ends Friday. So you got 2 more days to purchase season tickets for the alumni chapter challenge. Don't forget we got our Hazelhurst event. Listen, I got a special ATD. I got something for you, big dog. Now I ain't mentioning you because of look, you like cookies? Because I like cookies. I ain't trying to, I want to make sure I give you
man, bro. I'm good. Yeah, I like
You ain't good because you have some damn fish. You want to say you good.
But listen. I got a sweet young lady, man, from Hazelhurst. I want to shout out. I'm gonna shout you out. See, she thought I was gonna wait till the show started.
Yeah,
see, we got Miss Miss Doris Barlow. Miss Barlow, I don't know if you're watching. I want to send a huge shout out to Miss Doris Barlow. Hey, listen, y'all. I want y'all to go to her website. She got a website. Well, it's getting up now. It's Sarad-S Sweets. So she got a sweet, a cake, a pastry company, bro. Man, for this event, she gonna bring us some sweets, man. She bringing us some cookies by the site, man. She pulling up on us, man, and dropping out some good stuff, man. Some hot, homemade, just the real deal, man. So I got a soft spot for that warm chocolate chip, man. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So listen, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop her. Sweet young lady, man. She hit the Corey CEO, Corey from Hazelhurst. And she was like, I really want to, I drop some cookies off. Y'all just shout me out. I said, I'm gonna shout you out. We're gonna make sure we shout out. We're gonna definitely shout out. So listen. I only need a half of a cookie. I'm too big to be eating whole cookies because I got a soft spot for her, so I can't eat that many.
Give me your hair.
Give me a big ass cupcake.
Man, I bring them, then.
Oh no. Give me your hair. But don't
I'm telling you. Hey, listen. She make cakes, cookies, all that good stuff, man.
She's actually gonna be. She's gonna bring.
No. They're not. You ain't listening. So they're not for sale. She bringing us some.
I thought she was gonna sell something.
Hey, what's her name?
No, she just want us to shout her out, man. Miss Doris Barlow, man. She just wants us to shout her out.
Hey, make sure we get some oatmeal.
I'm finna drop the website in the chat.
You know what? You so away from I'm good to man. Make sure you bring some oatmeal.
Yeah, hey, look, bro.
Hey, man, listen.
Man, hold on. Look at this dude here. Look at this dude here, man.
Who the Hazel hurt? Ain't nobody. See, we done already showed love to Vicksburg, Avis. Come on now, bro. You can't do that.
You didn't bring us nothing.
Again, hold on. And guess what? Them streets in Vicksburg were real friendly.
I'm just trying to tell you, just so y'all know, we doing it big in Hazelhurst. We're gonna try to make y'all jealous, man. Yes. We trying to have the biggest year. And then, look, this is an annual event, man. Every year before the season starts, we go into Hazelhurst Smooth Lounge and Grill. Shout out to my brother Willie for letting us come over there, man, and host that event. Shout out to our big brother Derek Cubic. He's definitely joining the foundation with us on the board, and just proud alum, man. Been a great supporter. And wanted to get us out there, man.
Hey, man, I love the fact that everybody dropping their tickets in the chat. Everybody keep on dropping your tickets. You got your tickets in the chat, baby.
Hold on. I'm coming to the chat right now with the link. So what I want y'all to do is when I drop this link now, y'all go show Miss Doris some love. Go show us some love. We're going to overwhelm her. Because she didn't know I was going to do this, though. But I'm going to do it anyway. Y'all know how we get down.
Hey, Zoe, I've been sustaining, man. I'm good for a cookie or 3.
You sure?
Eat your cookies, man. Don't worry about what Zoe talking about. But
you don't be concerned with all that. I'm just
1 to 3.
Huh? So listen, hey, I just dropped the website, man. Y'all.
They're gonna say he's right there. He gonna say he's sustaining.
He say 1. He's good for 1 to 3. But I'm sustaining.
That's how I've been sustaining. On that particular day, I'm free to indulge.
Indulge?
Yeah. Wait a minute, man. Did I do something wrong?
I just hope you know you don't indulge in 1.
I don't know if that came up right, but I'm gonna
that 1 to 3.
Ain't no point of you saying 1 to 3 TD. Just gonna say you're gonna indulge in 3.
All right. Well, hey, if she bring oatmeal or snickerdoodle is over.
You gotta do a cover all. You gotta say cover.
Nah, see.
Man, you do whatever you do, man. You don't.
Man, I am gonna do whatever I do, man. I'm
cover with no number on it.
Let me say this. The thing about it, I don't like icing. I don't like icing on cake. Nothing. I like plain cake, pound cake. I like oatmeal cookies. I don't get into the whole bunch of
that can coming out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, you good. No, it's okay. It's okay. If he don't come up, that's okay. It's all good. Let me go back to this thing real quick. I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm looking down. I don't know if that link worked.
All right,
hold on. Let me repost this link. Let me repost it because it didn't come up for me neither. So forgive me on that. I'm going back in the chat real quick. And I'm gonna post it the way it's on here. I tried to do something a little different. I think I put the wrong whatchamacallit in there. 1 second.
I mean, it's a half a touch.
Man, come on, man. I'm over here with operator error right now. I think I'm trying to move too fast so I can get on to with the show.
TD.
The diesel needs some fuel. Who raised you, man?
I don't know what that means, Avis.
Oh man.
Hey, y'all try that
dude,
one out.
Man. That dude right there, man.
Hey, look, man, we was in Vicksburg. Avis didn't have nobody bring no fish by, no fry. I mean, no nothing, man. Water.
That one thing you sure gonna indulge in. You gonna indulge in the fish now.
Yeah, man. Definitely do that.
Hey, me too, TD. You ain't by yourself.
Ken, you got the picture, right?
Okay, that one ought to work.
It did.
Okay. Yeah. The beautiful Miss Doris, that should go. Ooh, look at them cookies, man. I see cheesecake. I see. Listen.
Oh yeah.
Y'all hit her up, man. Y'all hit her up. Let's blow her mind. Let's blow her mind tonight. Y'all buy something from her, and we'll figure the rest out later. But she gonna pull up on us, man. She gonna bring us some sweets for the event, man. That's gonna be August the 10th, 2 p.m., 6 p.m. All right, I'm ready now. Let's roll.
So you got the pick from today?
Yeah. We gonna get to it. We building up to it. Just hang tight. I ain't worried about your dozing off tonight. I know you got a lot on your chest. You got to get off. Hey, listen. They got an old saying. They say they got to trip over the money to get to the 100.
something on your mind, let it off.
What was
Trying
that,
to get
TD?
away.
TD, who you rapping, bro?
Man, that's Pop.
That's why I thought that. That's why you see me representing tonight, don't you?
Hey, you know what? What are you looking up?
I know you wasn't. You see, that's why I asked you. That's why I asked you. You know what I'm saying? Who you rapping? All right, let's move on. August 24th, we got our Committed the Experience. Make sure y'all go get your tickets, man. We're gonna do a big time push. Hey, Javon, just hang tight. We're gonna talk about this in depth. And when we talk about this, we're gonna open it. We're gonna drop the link so you guys can join the conversation if you like. This is gonna be an extensive conversation because we definitely want to get to it. But I do got a lot I do want to get into. So let's move on from that. Hey, make sure if you want to donate to the Boom, shout out to Dr. Little and the Boom, man. Continue to donate. We got to get them to Pasadena for the Tournament of Roses parade. JSUMS.edu/roses. Go donate. All right, we got some camp. We got camp info. We got a soccer camp coming up. Coach Ted Flo starting this week, session 1, 5 p.m., July 26, 27, and 28. So if you got any kids that are soccer players in the area, man, hit them up, man. Hit them up. Theodore, he had hit. Let's see, theodore.j.flagaitis@jsums.edu, man. So make sure you hit up Coach Ted Flagaitis for camp information. We got one of the best soccer programs in the SWAC. So he's doing his thing. Also, if you go ahead and get signed up, man, for the W.C. Gordon A.D. Robinson Golf Tournament at September the 4th. It's going to be a Wednesday, Lake Carolina in Madison, man. That's right before the W.C. Gordon Classic on Saturday, September 7th, 2024 versus Lane College. So the links are on the Go JSU Tigers athletic pages. Go do that. We got a new commit since last show. Josh Higgins, DB from Weber State. It was good to get him in. We added another body. I like his film. Mostly plays safety of the film. Did you get a chance to check him out?
Yes, sir.
Like the pickup, man. Adding more room. Cali. I think he's from Cali. If my memory serves me correct. Yeah. Coach Mario Magana used his pipeline, and we brought in another pick. He's a thumper too, man. I like it, man. A lot of versatility. A lot of these guys are gonna play both corner and nickel. He can play corner and he can play safety. So I like him at whatever position they put him at. They're gonna technique him, get him right, man. He'll be a great addition to the DB room. Shout out to Rob McDaniel. Speaking of the DB room, Rob McDaniel was one of the few HBCU players that was named to the 1,000 watch list for the East-West Shrine Bowl. So Rob McDaniel is definitely on that list. DB, he's on that watch list. So I think Rob McDaniel is a pro. I think that's what his coaches say every time they talk about it. Talk about him being a pro, man. So congratulations to him. He's on the watch list for the East-West Shrine Bowl, but he ain't the preseason all SWAC. Never mind. All right, I don't even want to get started with that. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. What's the last Jackson State player went to the East-West Shrine Bowl?
Dallas Daniels.
Dallas Daniels.
Yeah, it was Dallas Daniels. That's right. D. Daniels, baby. Put him on special teams. Hey, he might be on special teams. Wait until you see that Javancy Jones interview, by the way. Shout out to Zoe and I interviewed Javancy on Tiger Talk TV. That'll be out soon. And I got a lot to say about Tiger Talk, too. But anyway, shout out to our girl, Angel. Angel Jackson becomes – you saw them coming. Hey, man, I got a lot to say, bro. You got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, too, bro, because
you know what? I know you got something to say about that, but I want to add something to that, too. When you
okay, come on. We're going to do it. When we get to the Tiger Talk part, we're going to definitely get – but let's shout out Angel, man. Beautiful Angel Jackson becomes cover for FS Miss Irrelevant, last round draft campaign brand ambassador. So the HBCU basketball star has been chosen as a brand ambassador for Cover FX, and will be testing the product while playing for Faenza, Italian women's basketball team. So congratulations to her. This is dope, man. What's up, ASVP? What's up, big dog? So yeah, shout out to Angel, man. The video was dope, man. I love the commercial that was out for her. I mean, she representing, man. I got my Angel Jackson jersey around here somewhere. You'll see me put it on when I leave, do some traveling. But shout out to Angel, man.
Oh.
Next up, hey, listen, Tiger Talk. want to say this, man. I had the pleasure of sitting down with both of these student athletes. First one to the left, Dean Vericoni, quarterback coming in from Providence, Rhode Island by way of Assumption University. And also we had Nate Blunt on. Now, I want to say something about the Nate Blunt interview because somebody was very opinionated on Twitter today. And they figured that, you know, what people don't know is I just want to say this, and I'm transparent. I only know how to be one way.
Well, hold on, before you go there, I want to say something before you go there, because I know where you finna go. I'm mild. I just want to say this. Listen, whenever you guys see the interviews, and typically you don't even see me on them, but you know, a lot of things changing now because things have actually changed for me here in the past few months. But y'all don't understand what really goes all into this. And again, I have nothing, I'm speaking for me, when it comes to you guys having your opinions and your viewpoints, because again, you're free to give those. But one thing I will say, it's one thing to have an opinion. It's another thing of how you do what you do. And again, I'm going to say we all adults, do something in decent and decorum. If you have something that you want to say, now I'm going to give a great analogy as to why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you got something you want to say, or you want to voice an opinion, man, don't sit there and put nothing out there on blast for everybody, for the world to see. Man, hit somebody in the DM.
I blast back, bro.
Hold on. My thing is, man, hit somebody in the DM. Let me tell you why. Again, it's not a matter of you saying and having a suggestion or whatever the case may be, but you did what you did on purpose. Let me tell you why. It's a dude, right? You're gonna sit there, you're gonna holler at the chick, you're gonna put everything out there on the page on social media, or you're gonna hit him in the DM. You want the world to see everything when you're trying to holler at somebody, or you gonna hit him in the DM. It's the same thing, man. Common courtesy. That's all I'm saying, man. Have decency and some decorum. That's it. I don't think about that, man. That was fine. Again, what you said and how you said it, you can have your opinion, but don't do that, man. Come on, we're gonna move right.
So here's what Zoe's talking about. For those that may not be aware, I'll say this. Both of these interviews, I did the Dean interview this week. Nate's interview was a couple weeks ago, actually.
Weeks ago.
And the reason it took so long to get that interview out is because when I did it, I probably should have either just passed the buck to Corey, or I should have postponed it because I was actually sick. What you guys don't know is when you watch that interview, Corey edited that interview to the point to where it's so chopped up, and he surgically put it together because of the amount of times I was sniffing. I kept saying, I had to take a break to blow my nose. I was sneezing. I actually had to stop the interview. And I hated that because I knew they was on a tight schedule, and I just felt like I did the best I could do. And it wasn't my best work. Boy, I felt horrible, man. And I was like, damn. And I told Corey, I said, bro, you're going to have to edit that thing, man. And he was like, do you want to put it out? I said,
and
hey,
they want to do it to begin with, though.
I didn't, but it was like, okay, we did it. And I you know, I know Nate's a fan favorite, and it's like, man, bro. But somebody posted on the Twitter page, they was like, I think Corey should do all the player interviews, man. He just has a better flow and just first they said, I'm not trying to be condescending or disrespectful in any way or rude. They was like condescending or rude. And then they went on to say, I ain't watched the interview because I haven't. It's hard for me to go back and watch myself.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it. So I told him, I said, bro, that interview might be a little shaky, man, because it ain't my best work. But this is what I said. I said, so I responded. I did respond. I said, well, first of all, usually when you say you don't mean to be condescending or rude, that's usually going to be followed by a condescending and rude comment. And I was like, you know, energies met. I match energy on this app. And second of all, nobody asked you for your damn opinion. If you wanted to, you could just, all you got to do is go to the interviews and you see Corey, watch it. If you don't see Corey, don't watch it. Outside of that, I don't really give a damn about what you think at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? This is almost our 500th interview. And I just want people to understand something. So this is a labor of love. Okay? You got people in the comment section. Oh, man, y'all should ask more questions about this. Hey, listen, it's a work in progress. Listen, there is no way to make everybody happy. That's absolutely right, Chris Duke, because that's what I told Corey in the chat. And I ought to say it, but I ain't going to be disrespectful tonight. I said, the hell with you and your opinion when it comes to that. Because y'all don't understand. We have to make time. You should have saw the schedule this week. I got an interview tomorrow with Coach Manny Ramirez. We did Javancy yesterday. Monday was so loaded. We did 3 interviews and still did a live show. And last time I checked, Zoe, you paid for that? We pay for no damn type. We don't get paid. It's labor of love, man. But with the payoff is gonna come though. Oh, it's coming. We believe that wholehearted. It's coming.
Way sooner than later.
And we've been rolling for years at this, and I'm sick and this is what I am gonna say. Folks get their opinion, but it's like if you can do better, you go do it. Go do it. Please go do it. That's not to say you can't critique nobody and can't do it. Listen, it would have just been better off to go in the comment section. We're trying to build a brand, and you jump on the page being you know what I'm saying? So anyway,
no. On any post, if it's something like that, if you want to give a suggestion, or because again, constructive criticism, okay, we could take, but again, there's a way to do everything. Man, go on a DM and drop that, man. You don't sit there and put that on that page. That ain't the place for that. That ain't the space for that. Do the right thing, man.
Bro, not like I said, it wasn't. I don't know what it looked like. Y'all said it was good, cool. Y'all don't come to the interviews to watch us anyway. Y'all really are coming to watch the student athletes. So what we try to do is set it up to where they can talk and they tell you guys about them. And if you listen to Nate Blunt, you don't have to worry about whether it's Corey, whether it's Zoe, whether it's me. You've heard from us for years. Trust me when I tell you. And again, like, do what your mama said. You ain't got nothing good to say. Don't say none at all. And if you want to be constructive, go in the inbox. We'll take it. But trying to put somebody publicly on blast, I tell you, F you to your face and keep it moving. And so let's move on. All right, Dean Barriconi, Nate Blunt, check them out. Then you got Bennett? What's Marvin Bennett? Darren Bennett. Yeah, I think it's Darren Bennett. My mistake. Anyway, and Travis Terrell. So listen, we got a whole bunch of interviews in the queue, but this is the most important one. I'm gonna shut up and we'll move on. We got Tiger Talk Live, man. We got the Players Live show starting tomorrow, man. Who you think gonna host the show, the live show? Who you got?
I got number 81.
Hold on. That go without saying now. Nephew gonna lead the thing now.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all set your reminders, man. I can't wait to watch this. I ain't commenting in the comment section. I'm just gonna watch it. I ain't saying nothing.
Listen, it's always hilarious.
You
see the name popping up. You see the name popping up. They know Nephew gonna be on the thing leading.
Well, the 81.
Y'all know, ain't no telling what to expect with Jesse more than likely gonna be hosting it. And we don't know which players are gonna join him. We don't know how many gonna tune in. We don't know what they're gonna say. We don't even know where they're gonna be at. Somebody said Kobe Paul. Oh, look, you gotta pull up, baby. They want to see you, Come on, pull up. Y'all make sure y'all have good lighting. Make sure you got good microphones, and y'all, hey man, put on a show. So starting tomorrow, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. 8:30 Pacific Standard Time on Tiger Talk TV on YouTube. It'll be airing live on YouTube, on wherever, all the platform streams for Tiger Talk. So players only. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good one, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit your reminders tomorrow. And listen, we not live anyway. All right, man. This is what I've been waiting to get to, man. All right. As I told you guys, man, we signed 9 women's basketball players. Let's do it this way. I want to send a huge shout out, man. I want to just kind of mention something about each one of these young ladies for the women's basketball team. First and foremost, I want to shout out Coach Margaret Richards, Coach Daniel Price, Coach Pat Richardson, and for them for partnering with us, really, and just allowing us to participate with the women's basketball program. Okay. First up, I wanted to put our 2 returning championship Lady Tigers, man. Miss Jalea Hickman and Ariana Hunter joining the KC-1400 brand. And just want to introduce you guys officially to them. If y'all don't already know, but I made mention of it, but if you follow us on social media and any of our social media, whether IG or Twitter, we are excited to, like I said, great Ariana does a great job running offense, big fan of her. Absolutely. Urge said he got a new mic. Y'all gonna get tired of me. No, he ain't. Not tomorrow night. They want to see you, big dog. Trust me when I tell you. But yeah, man, we signed 9, man. 9. We have 9 brand ambassadors, man. So when we talk about this collective and why we're gonna get into why it's important to grow this thing. We're taking it up to the next level. We want to touch all sports. We got women's basketball, we got men's football, we got men's and women's track. Looking to touch some. We got looking to delve into some baseball and other sports, man. So first two, Jaleel Hickman. Jaleel, solid player under the previous coach Tamika Reed, and both Ariana both played key minutes in championship runs, and they returned to actually play for and stay and play for Coach Margaret Richards. So excited to have both of them upperclassmen still in the fold women's basketball, and excited for them to join the brand. Next two, we got Miss Jalea Cotton and Miss Talia Dilworth. I'm gonna just tell you right now, these two names you might want to get used to. Listen, get to know them and get to know them very well. East Tennessee transfer from East Tennessee, Miss Jalea Cotton. I got an early Zoe TD Nook. I got an early prediction. I ain't trying to put no pressure on nobody, but I'm gonna just say this right here. My prediction: that go-to player for this season, in my opinion, is gonna be Miss Talia Dilworth. She's a baller, bro. She transferred in from Kentucky State. She can go. I'm gonna just tell you right now, she can go. She's a bucket, bro. She averaged double digits for Kentucky State last year, but she can ball, bro. She really can. I've sat in and kind of looked and listened. I know ball. It don't take me long to tell who can do what, who can go. Jalea, I hadn't had a chance to see him play 5-on-5, but just from the drill work that I did see him do, and just the way she can go with the ball, it tells me everything. Can anyone to chat to me, the best way to go to his website, readenterprise.com. I don't know. I mean, how to contact him, IG, Twitter. But yeah, Jalea Cotton, guard and a forward. I mean, I think you're gonna see some serious production from these two. We're excited to have them in the fold, representing the brand, man. So that's 4 of the 9. Anybody got any comments on these 4 so far? Anybody? Yep.
Nah, man, just looking forward to season getting here, man. Checking them out, seeing what this whole new roster gonna look like.
You got a height on Miss Cotton. She center?
No, Miss Cotton, she a guard.
Point guard.
No, she like a point guard.
Yeah.
Be 5'8". Well, I didn't really. I mean, mostly all of the young ladies, except probably there's a couple of forwards on here. I think Zaria Glover is a 4. She's a young lady that transferred in from Northwest Community College. There she goes, Zaria Glover and Rikisha Bollinger. Another guard, studs, man. I think Zaria can shoot that 3. Rikisha can too.
Hey, you can't say that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. So I ain't gonna repeat it. If it sounds funny, I ain't gonna say it again. But Miss Zaria Glover, she transferred in from Northwest Community College, and she can shoot the 3, man. She can definitely shoot the 3. And Rikisha is also, she's a bucket as well, man. Quick guard, TD, good ball handler, can penetrate, can do a lot, man. So I think when I was talking to Coach DP about it, a lot of people don't know this, but he came from Marshall, right? If you go back, I know everybody talking about height. See, a lot of the reason why people talking about height is because of Coach Tamika Reed's team.
What we had previously.
Mm-hmm. But people don't understand. Go look at the roster for Marshall that won Conference USA last year. So go check it out when you get a chance. They were guard heavy. They were super guard heavy. They played extremely fast. And as he told me, they subbed literally every 90 seconds. That's how fast they pressed for 40 minutes. They subbed every 90 seconds, and they won Conference USA.
So they wear you down.
They wore you down. It's guard heavy. They might have had, he said, I think they had tallest player, they might have had 6'2", 6'3". They might have had 2 bigs that was about around that height. They was guard dominant for the most part. And but don't get this is women's basketball. So you can definitely apply some serious pressure with a bunch of guards if you know how to play the game and use them the correct way. So
because they're
quick,
good ball handler. Interesting to me. I want to see this.
Yeah, they took that Samuel Jackson approach, and what the movie was in. Now I'm dying.
Huh?
So he took that Samuel Jackson approach in that movie. I forgot Coach Carter. Wham down, baby.
Yes, indeed, man. But yes, Zari Glover, Rakisha Bollinger, welcome to the brand, man. We're excited about them as well. Next two, I would say the women's basketball player of the year for Memphis, transferring in Whitehaven, Miss Tierney Kelsey, another guard. Go ahead, Zoe. You on mute. You on mute.
That's what I'm waiting to see, man. I want to see Miss Kelsey from Whitehaven.
She can go.
That's what I'm waiting to see, man. She got some serious game.
Yeah, for sure, man. Also, Miss Zoe Cooper. It's not
Zoe. That's my favorite player.
It's okay. I knew you would say something. Miss Zoe Cooper transferring in, another transfer in for us, man. Excited to have her represent the brand, man, and gonna be another great addition to this program. We're gonna see what we got. I think we got a drawer full of I'm talking about ballers, man. But they got to put it all together, and they're ironing out the kinks right now. You know what I mean? But we're excited to have them represent the brand, and they've been great ambassadors thus far, doing a great job social media promoting the show. And we welcome all of those that are watching on behalf of them, and we're happy about them partnering. And last but not least, we got our lady, Miss Amaya Barnes. Miss Barnes, y'all have seen her in the chat quite a bit over the past couple shows. I don't know. She might pop up in the chat. She might pop up in the chat somewhere. If you're out there, let me know if you're out there, Miss Barnes. But we're happy to have all 9 represent the brand. Huh? Yeah, she is. She's a shooter, man. She can shoot the rock, man. She can definitely shoot it, man. So I'll pause right there, man. That's our lineup for women's basketball, man. Shout out to the ladies that's representing the KC-1400 brand, and we're excited about having them, man.
Love it.
Miss Granny Ann says some people ain't doing nothing but create. I don't even listen. I always, this is what I do. This is what I do when it comes to anything. Because we're gonna talk about what we really came to talk about here in just a second. I got the slide. We'll put that up in just a second. But I always say this: when people come in and get, like, sometimes people give good advice, and they could have a little bit of experience with it, but I always just kind of check to see what they doing in the arena that they giving the most advice with. It's like if you ain't never done it and ain't got no experience with doing it, and you just kind of giving your take, and then people love to come up with great ideas for you to do. So I don't pay too much attention to it. It come with the territory, man. You can't make nobody happy. We laugh about it in the chat. Trust me when I tell you. Somebody was in the comment section talking about we don't ask enough questions about academics, as if we didn't ask about it. And then Corey went and took a clip from the interview. And what did I ask in the interview, Zoe? Hey, what you majoring in? So it makes you wonder, do people really listen, or are they really just, you know?
It's like a truck driver trying to tell a pilot how to fly a plane.
Absolutely, man. Anywho, all right, man, let's jump into it, man. As soon as I say that, this joke go off the screen. Come on, bro. This is what we came to see. This is what it was. Anywho, all right, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me set it up real quick. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to set the floor because I tweeted something and I've been getting a lot of feedback, and I'm like, I don't think people really grasp or understand what this means, right?
I do.
So the NCAA has been making these radical changes, a lot of them, and typically we had a call earlier, so just so you guys know, typically what the NCAA does is they'll make a rules change or any type of change with some compliance and how their rules and regulations and what can go on in the landscape of college football. You typically get one maybe once a season, but once really every other season. Here in the past 2 years, we've literally got about 10. And now they're coming at a regularity of like once every other month. So now I don't know if you guys remember when we talked about 1995 when the Big Four, which was Jackson State, Grambling, Southern, and FAMU, got together and was talking about, they were talking about retracting scholarships, reducing scholarships on our level, and we threatened to move up if they did so. But here's the thing: even then, they were trying to do what they did today back in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is they did it today and it's past. You say, what is that, Zoe? Well, as you know, on what separates us from FBS to FCS is literally just 22 scholarships. I'm gonna make this real plain for y'all. All right, 85 scholarships on the FBS level because we're Division I in all other sports. So when they created the 1AA, you know what I'm saying, classification of football, we were Division I, but we were Division I AA. They created a barrier on purpose. It wasn't like we couldn't play on that level. They didn't want us to play on that level, so they created a a whole different level to separate us. What separated us was 22 scholarships. So on the FBS level, it goes 1 for 1, meaning 85 individual scholarships. On the FCS level, we get up to, listen to me, up to 63 scholarships spread out over to 85. You follow me? All right, that's the way it's been for eons. Now, every school doesn't give the full allotment of 63 scholarships. For a long time, Prairie View didn't give scholarships. For a long time, Valley only gave like about 30 scholarships, and now they give the full allotment. Every school in the SWAC right now, to my knowledge, I have to fact check on Pine Bluff, but I believe they do as well, gives the full allotment of 63 scholarships. So what the NCAA has done today, as you can see on the graphic here, is that they're increasing the roster limit from 85 to 105
for FBS.
For FBS. But mind you, the change is for FBS only.
Right.
Yep. It's not for FCS.
So FCS is going to still be 63 scholarships.
Understand what's happening here. FCS is still stuck at 63 spread over 85. Also, last month, I don't know if you guys remember, but the NCAA instituted that the Power 4 programs only will be able to have the schools pay the players. This is outside of NIL. I don't know if y'all cut the memo. That went into a place last month. So that's why if you can't see what's coming down the pipe, I don't know what to tell you. So some people say, well, what does this mean by them increasing their limit to 20 additional spots? That doesn't sound like much, right? Well, Ken, I want you to tell everybody, how many FBS programs are there in totality? I believe it's about 100. I think it's 133 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we'll do simple math. Let's just say 130 schools. We'll do the math. Multiply 20 times 130.
That's how many less players you can get coming to the FCS.
So now the decent talent that you were getting, they're going to be going to the FBS level now. And some people say, oh, well, we just got to get our NIL. That's fine. And then, yes, we do have to do that. But understand what's happening. That's about 1,400 to possibly 1,500 less players that would have possibly came to the FCS level that won't be coming. And to sit here and say, oh, we can just sit here and pay them, let me also lay down to you what's going to happen. On the FBS level, you're going to have players that's going to sit. Because now if I can sit here making $75,000 to $100,000 riding the bench for a year, I'll do it. And guess what? I know some people may come and say something, yeah, we might get a one-off. Well, we can still get a good player, but do you know what's going to happen when we sign that good player? Even if we sign to an NIL deal, we'll have him for a 1-year rental. Because guess what else the NCAA implemented? That you can transfer after every season. And guess what they implemented that? Just about 3 months ago. So now, no matter what player we get, they can transfer every year. So even if you sign a player, because he just so happened to fall through the cracks because, just for whatever reason, whether he plays or doesn't play, we'll have him for a 1-year rental and he'll be up out of there.
Yeah.
So back in let me tell you how they came with the roster spots, and I'll be quiet. I'll let you go, Ken. Back in the 70s, just so you know, all the main teams in Division I, they typically had rosters of about 150 players. I think I said it to you one time. Go back and look at the Pittsburgh Panthers with Tony Dorsett. They literally had about 160 players on the team. Now, granted, some people say, well, they ain't gonna be there because they ain't gonna play. Man, please. You got plenty of guys who can sit because they're brainwashed to thinking that I can only get here on this level. But if I can ride the bench or take a red shirt and still get $100,000 a year, because guess what else you ain't noticing? Ken, who's the backup quarterback for the Texas Longhorns?
Arch Manning.
Okay, how many games has Arch Manning played since he's been in college?
I mean, he ain't started none.
But how many? I said, how often has he played? He barely played. He's barely played. And guess what? This is his sophomore season.
Right.
And guess what? He's going to play a little bit, but not really unless old boy get hurt. So guess what? Arch Manning, I don't even say, well, he comes from a wealthy family, but he's still getting paid.
Oh, he's getting broke off.
And he's on the pine. So don't sit here and think players won't sit on that bench getting paid, getting played. So what happened today? The NCAA has literally screwed the FCS programs. And here's the thing. We saw this coming 3 years ago. We actually did a show on this 3 years ago. When they created NIL, I told everybody, y'all don't understand the seismic shift that's about to happen. And the NCAA is making change after change after change every month. Sometimes 2 and 3. They've made literally about 6 changes this year alone since January.
Yep.
So the thing is, when we sit here, we talked about it a few months ago when we came on live and we did a show on Tiger Talk. But y'all think we beating a dead horse when we say y'all not getting it. The time is now to move, because what's happening is they've already made another provision to make it difficult for us to move up.
So, because when that previous conversation, we was talking about the amount of scholarships. We was talking about only having to fund 22 additional scholarships. Now it's 42.
Now you got to fund 42 extra scholarships. And now, the only thing you have to do to move up, I think at one point it was just $1 million, and then you have to fund the scholarships, which you can fund them. But now what's going to happen is now it's a $5 million fee to move up, and now you got to find 40 scholarships, because they're basically setting this thing up to pretty much give you resistance from E1 to try to move up. That's what's happening. And we've been telling you this for the longest. And all we heard was the basically BS excuses. What about travel? They can't do this. We can't do that. And I told y'all, because it's staring you square in the face. The time is now. You got the only way to survival. And this is, I can't stress this to you enough. The only way for survival, I'm telling you, is to have an HBCU FCS conference. And I'm going to say this one last piece. The thing that's so crazy about all the people who was opposed to the idea right now, and I said years ago, the SWAC is an FBS conference and FCS closing. Here's the funny thing. We want to play ourselves, right? Well, what if I told all of y'all that you can do the very same thing that you're doing right now, the very same thing, but you're on an FBS level doing it, making more money? Because essentially, if you move up if you create an FBS HBCU conference, that's essentially what you're doing. Because you know damn well you're not going to have any type of opportunity to play for no national championship. You're going to do the same thing you're doing now, playing to win your conference and then setting up a bowl game.
Yeah.
It's essentially what you'll be doing. And the problem that we have, we lack vision and we're on the defensive. We have no offensive strategy for forward moving. And I'm telling you, the NCAA has been showing you month after month after month of what's coming down the pipe, and yet we do nothing. We are reactionary when we need to be on the offensive. The time is now. Anybody who wants to sit there and say we're kicking a dead horse, you better pay attention. I urge you, pull up all the things that have changed since January that the NCAA has done. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what.
Let's list them.
The seismic shift changed when Coach Prime came to Jackson State. I urge you, from the date that Coach Prime had his press conference, look at all the changes that's taken place by the NCAA since Coach Prime had his press conference at Jackson State. And I guarantee you, it will blow your mind. And you want to sit there and watch those changes, and you think that you're going to sit here and stand pat and do nothing, and you think we're going to thrive? Man, look, I got beachfront property in Idaho to sell you.
But Zoe, how do we get this thing rolling, man? I think that's the question that everybody. I think everybody kind of.
Here's the thing. Okay, first things first. Even if we wanted to talk to Charles McClellan, he can't. He works for the SWAC, so we can't even take that approach. But one thing we can do, we need, if any way possible, whether we can connect the dots or whatever, we need to be able to get a good 6 or 7 or 8 ADs and presidents to sit down and talk and come up with a plan that we can do. We need to be able to have some type of way to get 7 or 8 or 9 presidents to actually listen to this program and say, you know what? I might not just gonna say I'm gonna do something, but damn, I'm open to listen to see if there's a contingency plan or an option that's best for my institution.
Hey, what 8 or 9 presidents would you get?
Because guess what? Because you lack vision.
That's a good point, EA. That's a good point, EA. Presidents who know sports too. That is a good point.
You know, because again, the people shall perish by lacking vision, man. We cannot do it. I'm telling you, all you got to do is look at the changes. If you stand pat and do nothing, you're staring at your demise square in the face. What do we always say? You evolve or die. And we ain't doing nothing.
Hey, Zoe, what 8 or 9 president would you get?
I'm going to say schools, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But naturally, because here's one problem right now. If I get the name of schools, the first question that's going to get asked, what about the rest of these schools? We can't answer that.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is,
no. I'm not. When I say that, TD, I'm not directing my answer to you. I'm just saying I'm not directing my answer to you when I say that.
Right.
I'm saying in general, because the moment that we sit here and we say 8 or 9 schools, just to answer your question, it'll be, well, what about so and so? And we can't move in that space because, again, you know, I can even look at it like this. Man, send the 8. It's like 300. We're gonna sacrifice the 300 for the rest of the country, right? We need 8 to set this conference off. And guess what? If they can't see it on the front end, they can see that thing thriving. And then if they want to move up, we can roll from it later on. But you got to have something in place because right now, what we doing and the way it's going, you're staring your demise square in the face.
Well, let me ask this then.
Hold on before you ask that. Let's jump. Joe, what's up, brother?
What going on? All right, though, I agree with you, but I want to play devil's advocate from what I've been hearing. HBCUs moving up. How will that benefit HBCUs moving up to FBS?
Okay, how's it going to benefit? What are they benefiting for what they're doing right now, Joe?
No, I'm asking you. What's going to benefit?
Let me start this off.
I'm asking you. How are they benefiting staying where they are right now?
No. Let's not take that approach. Let's not take the question for a question. No. Let's expand on it. The reason I say that is because you already answered the question, but take the answer approach. Let's talk about the benefits of moving up.
Here's the thing. First off, you're gonna make more money. You're gonna have more visibility. Now, when you play money games, you're guaranteed to get $1 million plus on every money game you get because you're in FBS. You're guaranteed 12 games. It's a whole different platform. So when I say moving up, you're still playing the same teams you're playing now. In essence, you're doing the same thing you're doing now, Joe, but you're on the FBS level. You're doing the same thing you're doing now. You want to know how?
So
I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say I'm gonna take FAMU, Alabama State, Tennessee State, North Carolina A&T, South Carolina State, Jackson State, Southern, and Grambling. That's 8 teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a 7-game conference schedule. You still can have a conference championship, and now you guarantee 5 non-conference games every year. You still playing all these rivalries that you want to play. And then now when you go play, if Jackson State go play at USM, now we're on equal footing. Because now there is no talent gap because we got 105 scholarships. They got 105 scholarships. We recruit the same base. And guess what? Now you're making more revenue because now when you play a money game, you're not getting $300,000. You're not getting $350,000 for your non-conference game. Now you're getting $1 million plus every damn non-conference game you got. Now when you play ULL, you're not talking that game up as a loss because you're on equal footing. And we got data that shows both of these players, they would come to the HBCU if it was FBS because they love HBCU culture. You get the proverbial best of both worlds.
So let me before you somebody exit. So let me real quick. Just because you have 105 scholarships, it doesn't take away walk-ons. Like here's the thing. If you have 85 scholarships at the FBS level, that's 85 funded scholarships. If they increase it by 20, that means that there are 20 players that probably would have been walk-ons or however they stash them or whatever the case may be. Now they're being fully funded and they're covered. The other piece that Zoe mentioned was that they passed a law that said that only ONLY FBS schools as of right now can directly pay and do revenue sharing with their student athletes. So because of that, it creates a 20 additional persons to get a free education by a scholarship, and they're able to get NIL or not even NIL yet, just revenue sharing money. They're getting revenue shared money within that space. So the point of the matter is, we talked about it today this way. This is a reality. This is a real thing. And if y'all don't believe me, then I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you a real scenario. There are players right now that are at FBS schools within the state of Mississippi that are friends with, that are friends with 3-star talents that are on our roster right now.
Yep.
And those conversations, trust me, because we are in the NIL space, it is unbelievably difficult to keep some of these kids interested in Jackson State, staying at Jackson State, even while playing. Listen to me. I'm going to say it again. It is unbelievably difficult to keep some of these kids interested in staying at Jackson State who are on the field because they are being seduced and enticed by players who are at some of these higher programs and they ain't seeing the field. But what they are doing, they got dope apartments. They're getting paid. They own the roster. They're at an FBS school. So those things are just becomes the new norm. And what happens is the number of players that are sitting in hibernation, tucked and stowed away up at the, I'll just say it, that's at Ole Miss. That's at Mississippi State is going to get higher now. So those talents that are sitting around Germantown, Madison Central, Brandon High School, Pearl High School, yes, they can go to Jackson State and play at Jackson State, but they can also get a bag to go sit up the street or down the street or over the street. And what Zoe is trying to expand on is that, goddamn, people, how many times does the FBS folks got to continue to make rule changes? And we keep running into the same roadblock. The whataboutisms and the what ifs. This is all I'm saying. We are doing what Marcus Jones, shout out to Marcus Jones, the Real Review. He said what? All we do is complain and explain, and we don't do shit. That's what he said. Because they are moving and shaking. We saw the Pac-12 dissolved into nothing.
Overnight.
2 teams.
Who would have thought? I live on the West Coast. Who in the hell would have thought that UCLA and USC was going to be in the Big Ten? I know I did. Who thought that Stanford and Cal was going to be in the ACC?
Pac-12, one of the oldest conferences at that.
So this is what we're saying. They went from a Big Five to a Power Five to a Power Four. Now, not only did they do that, they are signing unbelievably record TV deals. So to the point, to the question, Joe, there is opportunities for revenue within the so take a look at Roseanne article, Yahoo. FBS will now have a roster cap at 105 and to include walk-on scholarship. This is all I'm saying to you.
Let me address that. Let me address this.
All I'm saying to that is this. It sounds good today.
Actually, that's wrong. I'm going to address this. That 105 does not include walk-ons. If you look at the NFL roster, the 53-man roster, Ken, does the 53-man roster include the practice squad?
No, it does not.
Thank you. So, walk on
105 scholarships is
105 scholarships, bro.
Walk not walk on
scholarships. So just like right now, Jackson State had last year over 100 players. We had over 100 players.
So what they're saying is they're trying to. So what you're saying is they're gonna basically give walk-on scholarships and make it 105
no,
now?
that's not what's gonna happen, bro. I can tell you that now. Literally, if you go back and watch if you go read the language, it's 105 scholarships, and that's not going to include walk-ons. They're gonna still have walk-ons. I'm not sure every team is gonna have a set number. There's not a set number to actual walk-ons they can actually prove. But here's the thing: it's 105 roster spots, scholarship players, but the FCS stands pat. The FCS does not move. You're leaving that part out.
We still 63 scholarships. Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying, a lot of players would like to come to HBCUs.
Oh hell yeah!
Listen. It's just like HBCUs. Basically, players looking like, okay, look, you want these Jordans or you want these Payless shoes? They're gonna choose the Jordans before they choose the Payless shoes.
Well, I'm not gonna necessarily use that analogy because we got J's too. It's just that they got 30, 40 J's. Now I'm gonna tell you, the analogy is we got J's. No, we got J's. The difference is they got all the different pairs of J's in different colorways. That's the difference.
Okay, that's better than that. Okay.
That's the difference.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
But again,
I'm gonna tell you something. Let me make another point. Let me make another point. And a player just sitting at a school on a bench making $100,000, they cool with it. Let me tell you something. My brother was on a practice squad for the Saints for 5 years, making $150,000, and he didn't give a fuck about trying to make the team. He was cool making $150,000 just practicing every goddamn year. And there's a lot of players that's gonna go there. They're gonna be cool with making that $100,000, $200,000 a year, just be sitting around the bench, waiting 3-4 years before they get their chance to play. So I just want to give you pushbacks so you can make a better point of why. Because I think HBCU need to move up. I don't think everybody in the SWAC need to move up at the same time, but
they can't.
They need to have a school. They need to have the top 8 schools move up, and while they moving up, they build the other schools to come up with them.
Well, hold on, Zordon. I actually said this the day that they announced that all the FBS programs can pay players. I actually tweeted. You can check my timeline. I tweeted then that all FCS schools and all Division II schools need to file a class action lawsuit against the NCAA because they're purposely tying FCS schools with an arm behind their back and making all these addendums to everything for the Power 5. And we know why they're doing it, but they're working against the best interests of their own institutions for a segment of their other institutions. It's almost like collusion. Yeah. And again, all our presidents, you see this, you see what's going on. We cannot stand pat and sit here and let all these things happen that's actually working against our best interests, and yet we do nothing. So again, man, listen, I don't care what school you go to, man, send this to your AD. Man, look, all y'all got to do, man, pick up the phone and call each other. We got to get the ball rolling on something. All you need is 6 teams to make a conference. That's it. All we need, I'm telling you, 8 schools. Man, the moment that they announce that there is an HBCU FBS conference, I'm telling you, it's going to be a seismic tremor in the college football universe. Trust me when I tell you.
Okay.
Because the moment that they make this announcement, that conference, from a marketing standpoint, from a prestige standpoint, and from a potential standpoint, it is killing the Sun Belt, the MAC, Conference USA. I kid you not. But see, the problem is for all the people who look like me, they got some negative to say about it. I say it every day. Black people devalue black things.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Okay. Quick question. So it's $5 million for the whole conference or $5 million per school?
Per school.
Per school.
So let me tell you what I was just doing. So Beaver, actually, I'm looking at the article. I was looking at the article by Ross Dillon. Just came out today. Listen. I know how to read just like you do, and I'm not saying you're not saying that. He really broke it down on Yahoo Sports. He breaks it down. It does not go into that saying, listen, now what it did say is every school doesn't have to use it. They can do up to the 105, however they choose to do it. The point that's being missed in all of that is this, because this is what we do. Somehow, some way, we still figure out that all of this is going to benefit us because the crumbs are going to sprinkle downhill. And all I'm saying,
how long you want to eat the crumbs?
This is what we're saying, man. Like at the end of the day, if you see, this is what I'm saying, bro. If you see somebody building something across the street from you to annihilate you, how long are you gonna keep sitting in there saying, you know what, I trust the infrastructure of my house. I think I'll be okay over here. I got a little room upstairs that I can go in and kind of chill in, and I ain't had no issues. I've been over here this long, might as well stay put. The point that's being made is that they are making rules in place to widen the gap. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tell you what, Ken, just to give it context, please, I'm begging you, pull that article up from 1995. Not the whole thing, just a point about what they're trying to do with the schools who are trying to, you know what I'm saying, with separation of the rosters. Pull that part up from the Big Four. It's the same. That was 1995. It's the year of our Lord 2024. It is the same exact thing. They actually had the same type of language when they created Division I AA. So again, and my point is, this is not just affecting HBCUs. This is literally going to annihilate the whole entire structure of
everything. I ain't got to pull that article up because I remember it by heart damn near. So this is what the gist of that was. The reason why the Big Four met wasn't because they were trying to reduce the Division I AA scholarships from 63
and go up on FBS.
They were trying to go up to 95, I want to say, on FBS, but they were trying to reduce
hours
to 45.
Yeah.
So what the ADs met and was saying that if you guys are going to reduce our scholarships to 45, we won't be able to put together a competitive product. So it's only going to leave us to move up. And they basically told them, okay, we don't want y'all to move up, so we just going to leave y'all at 63. And we said, okay, cool. I accept the 63. We'll stay put. And we never attempted to. So now instead of going about it the same old way that they did last time, I don't think they're doing everything that they can. I think the primary thing they're doing is trying to grow their stuff more importantly. I don't think they're doing stuff with FCS in mind, but at the same time, FCS is going to negatively benefit. It's going to be negatively affected by it.
Let me make sure I make this point clear. Y'all need to hear me good. The SWAC, no conference can move up as a conference. I'll make sure to make this clear. No conference can move up as a conference, but you can create a conference.
So
and it's been done before.
So the SWAC can't move up just as a whole.
No conference can move up.
So basically what the commissioner's saying he's trying to do, he can't do.
No, the commissioner already knows that. We ain't worried about McClellan because we trying to create a whole new thing and a whole new commissioner.
So this is how fun it is here. Hold on, pause. What part of we understand this aspect of it do y'all not get? So what you're trying to insinuate is because there is going to be a reduction in roster size from 120 down to 105. Somehow that's going to benefit FCS because that's what we're saying. So you're saying they're not going to have. You're saying that they can't keep no more than 105 players around on their roster.
Oh my God!
Period. Point blank. They're gonna max out at 105, and everybody above 105 got to go. That what you telling me?
Oh my God.
So look, let me ask this. This is not the first or the second or third time conversation has come up about what the FBS.
It will not benefit. Y'all don't. Okay.
Hey, man,
Well,
look,
you know what? That's your opinion. That's your opinion, and I respect it. I ain't gonna disagree with it. I don't disagree with it.
Go ahead, TD.
How many FBS rosters got 134 players on the roster? So basically, you're counting from 134. How many? What's 134 minus 85? Dude, no, seriously. Let me do.
Here's the thing.
No. I'm gonna do this. So you're talking about there's 49 players somehow that were not scholarship players. So all the kids that leave FBS schools that are hit the transfer portal with walk-ons. So walk-ons start after 85, from 85 to 134. Okay. Somehow this move was made to benefit FCS. That's an interesting. There are some teams that carry just like we got 110 kids, we got 100 plus kids too. But I can guarantee you, you telling me that these kids. So show me where it says it's going to eliminate walk-ons completely. You telling me they ain't gonna have no walk-ons at FBS level? Only people gonna be at the school, we're gonna be 105 scholarship kids that are getting paid. There will be no more walk-ons ever at FCS, at FBS level. I'm serious. I must not be an intern. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to understand. What you're saying is it's gonna be 105 that get paid. No, the move was made to right size. So they're not gonna be able to carry walk-ons anymore. So they shaved it down. No more walk-ons. Who already was. Hold on. Last time I checked, a walk-on paid his own way to school, didn't he?
Yes.
All right. Anyway.
So no, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing that's doing this. So this is what's happening to everybody. Because I love opposite guy. So you say it's going to wipe the revenues. Here's the thing. Last time I checked, let's do simple math. We're going from 85 scholarships to 105 scholarships. You can talk about walk-ons or there not being walk-ons, irrelevant. The problem is nothing is changing on the FCS level. So you have to look in the future when it comes to recruiting. They still have 40 more roster spots, and they still going to have walk-ons. And let me tell you, you're not going to get a walk-on to leave an FBS program with the possibility of getting money. We don't know the structure yet. And they're going to come to an FCS school and just sit. It ain't happening. It ain't happening.
I don't think at the end of the day, the whole point I'm making is that this is just one additional thing that has transpired. And this is what always happened. Every time we had this conversation, there's always one thing that comes up that says, we're fine. We're fine right where we at. Let's not do nothing. And for 2 years, these people done changed everything around us.
It's like climbing the ladder.
Here's the crazy part. Here's the real funny part. Every single legislation move of legislation that's happened in the past 2 years, not a single thing has been made to benefit FCS programs. But what happened today? It's a damn good thing for the FCS. We're gonna make more roster spots over here, not making any changes for you guys, but by golly, it's going to benefit you guys.
Well, another significant change is baseball from 11 and a half to like 34
Can
scholarships.
you look at my buddy Blue? Can you look at my buddy Blue said?
I ain't even want to go there yet, Blue. I wasn't going there yet. Thank you, but I wasn't going there. I ain't even touched NIL yet. I'm just talking strictly by the rule. And you know what? It's amazing how NIL all of a sudden changed it. What I'm finna tell y'all is that I don't give a good goddamn what y'all say about these the roster limit being 105. They're gonna have 150 kids up there.
I'm trying to tell you.
So you have 150 kids. I'm just telling you that right now.
Listen, point blank, period.
And get what they're gonna call them? They're gonna call them academic students.
The move that was made today will lead to the demise of any decent talent going to any FCS program. Y'all can clip this, you can book it. I'm telling you right now, if I had lottery numbers on it, I tell you better grab hold to it. Point blank, period.
Well, here's the other thing too, though. Let me add this. I don't think we should approach this conversation from a reactionary standpoint. The point that Zoe is making is that because we see the landscape of what's changing around us in the FBS level, the higher levels, where they are throwing so much money around, it ain't even funny. These folks got so much money that they bringing in that they're able to pay their student athletes revenue sharing. We never would have thought we would have saw anything like this in 2024, 2025. It's unbelievable to me. The point that we're making is that why are we not having conversations at the administrative level? Why are the presidents, the ADs, and not at least meeting to have conversations about what we can possibly do to put ourselves in a better situation? Or are we just sitting and waiting on the dust to settle? We've been waiting for the dust to settle for 2 years because every time we think things are going to be.
I think it's that mentality, like you're saying. I think it's that mentality that you're saying, the complacent. We all right over here. We good. It don't affect us. It ain't hurting us.
I don't even think that. I'm sorry, but I don't even think that we even having conversations. I don't even think we interested.
That's my point. There's
I don't think we are
contingency plan for nothing. We're just going to react. We're just going to react. We're just going to wait and see and react. There's no contingency plan. There's nothing. I guarantee you, no one is having conversations on a what if or just in case. Or, hey, can I get 3 ADs? Hey, man, I've been kind of thinking about this. What do you think about this? Potentially doing this. None of that is going on. That's why we need this here tonight. And again, anybody who's watching this, man, send this to your AD. Send this to your president. Again, they may not like it, but you got to be thinking something just in case. I'm serious. We need 8 ADs or 8 presidents or both of them together. Man, make these phone calls. Man, think and do something. Because right now, doing nothing is not going to work in your best interest long term. Your institution will suffer.
We don't have the money at the Power 5 schools.
Hold on, guess what? Hey, Ken, is USM a Power 5 school? Is ULL a Power 5 school? We play ULM first game of the season. Is that a damn Power 5 school? We're not trying to be a Power 5 program. We don't need to be a Power 5 program. Stop saying that shit.
It's all right. EA. Hey, you know what? EA, I need you to come on. EA, come up for a second. You stay off screen. I need you for a second, big dog. I want you to break this down for me. I just need to hear your voice, man. Come on up, man. You be on every show. I need to hear you tonight, dog. I know we ain't playing FAMU till week 7. Come on up, man. I want you to add some context. I want to hear some from somebody else. Y'all hear us talk all the time, man. Come on up. Come on. Appreciate Joe for always coming up, man. What, Blue, come up, Blue. Somebody come up.
Hey, Blue, please
Somebody.
come up. Please come up, Blue.
Somebody come up, man. I'm telling you, bro, because I just feel stupid or something. Because I'm just like, why we ain't doing nothing? At least having a conversation. And this is the point. Listen, we already D1 in every sport. It's only football that we're talking about. It's only football. But what's changing in the landscape is that when you get a player, somebody mentioned Ken Evans, right? Ken Evans balled out, SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. We couldn't afford him. Couldn't afford him after he balled out, you know what I mean? And he graduated or whatnot, but he said coming up in 5 minutes. Man, you just make sure your internet not delayed, bro. Every time he come up, he'll say something, and then 5 seconds later, we'll hear it. What you think, TD? You on mute, bro?
You're on mute, T.
What you think, dog? I can tell you what I think.
What I'm sitting here thinking, because I mean the letter and stuff is self-explanatory, and the message is written on the wall. So I mean,
comment?
You can.
Brother Marshall,
at this rate,
you cooking with hot grease? We don't believe that that's possible.
If they can do it, if the Pac-12 can dissolve, what the hell they think it can happen to that HBCU?
That's just a comment.
Come on, man. And that's just a comment.
Bruh.
If you talking about it in a matter overnight.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you made that point. Damn,
we can just go D2.
Hey, NCAA didn't give a damn about a damn conference, but they're supposed to care about
one of their most prestigious conference, not just conference. Come on, man.
Oh, man. Bro, look like a duck, quite like a duck, and a damn mongoose.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, and here's this is it. The point. I'll add this. I'll add this to the conversation. I think in the end, all we're really saying is this: is that we compete in the same landscape, in the same arena as the Power 5 or the P4 and FBS. But what's happening is that they are whooping us with legislation. And
black and white.
Yeah, they pencil whooping the shit out of us because they changed so many rules, and the rules that are being changed aren't being it's not touching any of us. It's not touching us at all.
Definitely not pro FCS.
Juan, what's up, brother?
What's up?
What up with you, man? Ricardo.
All right.
Juan, you go first, brother. Appreciate you for joining the show.
All right. All right. What I'm saying is the way Zoe's saying it, people got to understand. Let's look at it like a totem pole. The top schools, let's just say Alabama, for instance, the top schools in Georgia, they're going to get all the talent. It's going to be a bigger talent gap. For people not understanding about anything else, the talent gap is going to be worse. So all of the pretty much, if you look at it, going to be people who will come to the lower schools. It's going to be people who just pretty much paying to go to school, and the coach see them and be like when you was in high school and the coach see me and say, oh, you big, like you can play football, come on the team. That's pretty much how it will start happening. And the top schools go eat, and everybody else, the Division III, every lower and lower, it will get worse and worse and worse. So before you know it, it will be only, if you're not an FBS school, pretty much football, sports could be obsolete.
Appreciate that, brother. That's a great perspective. I think we'll still play
Thank
football.
You. That's all I wanted to say. And keep doing what y'all doing, bro. Somebody can hear y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. We hope so. All right, brother. Hey, brother Ricardo, what's up, baby? You on, Ricardo?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, you got it. You got it. Appreciate you joining us, man. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what it is that you all want to do for the HBCU.
Well, I think what Zoe, the example he gave is we have some schools. I'll go back to this. When Prime was here, Prime said something on TV that I thought was something that we should have took note of 2-3 years ago. He said there would be some of our HBCU schools that would have some opportunities that we would have to answer some questions on whether we want to move up or not. We already are on the Division I level in every single sport except football. We're already on the D1 level. There is no Division I AA or in other sports. So it's only D1 in every sport. But when it comes to football, you have the football championship series, which is where we at. And then you have the football bowl series, which is the next level. But all the rules that are coming down from the NCAA the power structure is in the Power Four. They're the ones that's got all the money right now. That's changing the landscape. Now you do have the other G5 schools that are still, I get, they're doing their thing. So when the NCAA make these rules, the FBS schools are only the ones affected by that. So when they make changes like these schools are the only schools that can pay their players directly with revenue sharing. Zoe mentioned months ago that all FCS schools should get together and file a class action lawsuit because really it's showing a discriminatory type practice to the small guy as far as versus the big guys. So what he's saying is this: every time we have a conversation about moving to the FBS level in football, it gets met with scoffing and resistance and excuses as to why we can't do it. It was a whole lot easier to move up a few years ago. But what's happening is they're making it difficult to move up because that whole conversation that we had 2 years ago about this conversation, brother, we were talking about only having to fund 22 additional scholarships. Now, according to the article, we don't have to fund all of them. We still can do 85 to move up, but now the big boys are being able to move up and offer 105 scholarship. So what we were saying was there is a potential to grow our revenue if we move up. Why stand pat and continue to do the same thing when the world and the landscape around us is changing? Like that was the whole point of it. Like why are we doing why are we doing nothing and just standing pat when it looks like the moves that they are making, it looks like those moves are designed to really widen the gap and weaken us at the level that we are. And where are the conversations that are similar to the conversation that was had in 1994 and 95 with W.C. Gordon, Walter Reed, it was Roger Hobby,
and Marino Castle.
And Marino Castle, the Big Four. They met at the AAC. They met with the NCAA saying, if you do this, we just gonna move up. What we're saying is that it seemed like 30 years ago there was a care that was out there, but now it just seems like there is no real organization. There really is no sense of urgency, despite the fact that for the last 2 years, the higher levels have been making a lot of changes and making things. I don't think they're done. I think that what we're seeing is just a prelude to what else is to come, and they just basically strategically laying the foundation for what's to come. And I think they're going to eventually slam us at some point. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like, but why are we not having any conversations? And if we are, what do those conversations look like? That's all we're really saying. So we should, I'll say this now, shut up. Zoe's point was we have some HBCUs that are capable of moving up to the FBS level, but the strategy will probably be to move up collectively, grabbing 6 or 8 schools, forming an entirely new conference, and that way it still preserves that HBCU rivalry tradition that exists within the FBS space. So that's what it is.
Well, the first thing I think you need to understand is not the NCAA that's doing this. This is college football. They got their own thing. They're not going to,
you said it's not the NCAA?
No, it's not. NCAA has nothing to do with college football. That's all the CFB.
You said the NCAA doesn't have anything to do with football?
What's the football championship called? The college football championship. It's not the NCAA.
Well, the NCAA is the governing entity over college athletics. So they absolutely
football. Or either way it go, even if it is college football, even if it is college football, the fact still remains that we can't stand pat where we are doing what we're doing.
We don't have their money.
We don't need their money. You're
yes,
automatically going. No, we
How
don't.
You gonna pay them players?
We
You
pay.
just said they gonna sit on the bench at Ole Miss.
Can I finish? See,
Yeah.
you're going to Power 5. We never said moving up. We're trying to be Power 5 programs. We never said that.
You're already almost the same as a gang of 5 school.
But again, you're moving the goalposts. So you saying paying every player like Ole Miss. We never said moving up. We're trying to be Ole Miss. We said we need to move up to be FBS. It's a difference.
Not if you look at it. I mean, if
I got 2020.
If you got look at the gang of 5 team. They're not. Okay. They're a gang of 5 team. A power school pays their athletes tuition, room, and board. They get full scholarships.
Okay.
You don't get that at FCS or the gang of 5 level.
That's a lie.
What you want to bet?
Whatever you got.
You call it. Make it light on yourself.
No, you make it light on yourself.
Okay, I tell you what you do.
Hold on. I tell you what you do. You sound older than me. I'm gonna take your Social Security.
I get it. I'll put it up. I'll put it up.
Well, so let me ask you this. So tell me, what does Jackson State offer our players that's on scholarship? Enlighten me.
Jackson State, $11,000.
No. What do we offer? You giving a dollar amount. What do we offer?
I'm giving you what we pay.
No.
The average student gets $11,000.
No. You're moving the goalposts.
Hold on. Which covers their tuition, right? Okay.
That's tuition, not correct. Room and board, not full scholarship.
Hold on, Jack State, room and board not covered, kid? Room and board not covered?
Let me give you the numbers. You want me to give? Hey, what was that? What is that? The night commission? You need to go look at that every now and then.
Okay.
Look at the night commission. Ole Miss giving out $28,000. Mississippi State giving out $28,000. Southern Miss giving out $17,000. Louisiana Monroe giving out $12,000. Jackson State giving out $11,000. Valley giving out $7,000. It ain't the same game. That's why they're going up there sitting on the bench.
The cost of each school is different.
So hold on, Paul. Hold on. Let me add some context to that. You're right. Because the reason the numbers are right, because the numbers are matched according to the tuition of the university. So we wouldn't, I know, we wouldn't pay the same tuition cost to a student athlete at Jackson State that they would at Ole Miss. I think I think scholarship is scholarship, whether it's Ole Miss or whatever. The point of the matter is let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What do we do to what do you think is that we can do to close the gap that you see at our level to get to the FBS level? Do you think there is a way to get there? Do you think there's a highway?
It's the wrong fight. Their conferences pay out $50, $60, $70 million every year.
What conference?
SEC.
Not trying to get the no.
Oh my God.
Not trying to hold on, Zoe. Meet you. No. I'm not talking about get to the SEC. I'm saying to the FBS level, move up to the FBS level in football, where we would only have to fund the same amount of scholarships that they fund. So let's say we're funding an additional 22 to 40 scholarships at the same rate that we were paying for our initial 63. The price doesn't change if we move up. Our tuition is going to still be our tuition. We're still going to be in Jackson, Mississippi. The cost is still going to be what the cost is going to be. And keep in mind, we're just talking about football. So, but this is my point. So how do we, in the space that we're in, what is the methodology? Like what plan should we put in place to grow and expand our space from where we are to get to a higher level in our own space? Let's forget everybody else. How do we get to the next level for us?
What level do you want?
FBS.
What does FBS gain us?
Money.
How?
TV revenue.
You're not gonna get it.
How come?
Because you're not the money goes to what? 99% power schools. This has been going on forever.
So what do? We just stay put?
I mean, what you want is money. They've already cut you out of that slice of the pie.
So there's nothing we can do then. That's what you're saying. So based on what you're saying, there's nothing we can do. We just stand pat, do nothing, and just keep existing. Basically.
I don't know what it is you want.
I just told you what it is. I want progression. I want elevation. I want all of that.
Then you need what you've been arguing up for the last 2 or 3 years. Scheduling. You should play. Why don't we play Southern Miss home and home?
I can tell you why.
Why?
Go ask them.
I'm saying it's good.
No. Hold on, Zoe. No, we don't. It's cool. It's cool. Listen, we had Southern Miss on the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't take the game.
Okay.
You know, Southern Miss only takes that game when they feel like they can win. If they feel like there's a possibility of losing that game, they're not gonna play that game. We were supposed to play them in 2025.
Name me an FCS school that's gonna have a home and home with the FBS opponent.
Most not gonna do it. Most not gonna do it.
Like what are we doing? Name one.
Can I give you my view?
Sure.
No. Answer my question first.
Why wouldn't they play us? Okay, you playing?
No. Answer my question.
Have you asked?
Answer my question. Name me an FCS school that's going to have a home and home with an FBS opponent. Name me one.
I don't know one.
So that ain't a good solution then.
But that's your only solution.
You have
to make. What you have to do is you have to value yourself better.
And how do we? Let me ask you one question. I'm about done asking questions, which I appreciate you coming up. But let me ask you a question. According to what you said on the show tonight, how do we better value ourselves when what you're saying doesn't sound like that we're that valuable to you?
No, I value the hell out of us. Don't take me wrong. Okay. Grambling took a game with Ohio State. Am I correct?
So you want us to go play a Power 5 program? Okay, they did.
They took a game
and they're gonna get absolutely annihilated for $1 million. Okay.
They kicked another team out the schedule. They're gonna pay that team almost $2 million. Right? They paid that team $600,000 to go away. They still saved $300,000. What is the term that I want? We're negotiating bad deals.
So your solution is to go play higher schools at a higher cost, games that we can't win, take money games that's going to pay us a bigger pot.
No, he just said it. Negotiate better deals.
That's what I said.
So how do you? So
negotiate
you go.
Better deals.
I'm gonna say it again. Hold on. No. N.O. Joe, I heard what he said. So hold on, man. The question is, so what you're saying is go take a game like an Ohio State game. That's the negotiation of a better deal?
No, what I'm saying is this. I'm gonna take Jackson State. You play a Southern Miss at home, you play Southern Miss at their stadium. You play Troy at their home.
It ain't happening. You ain't getting no home and home with no opponent.
So you get your protocols better, but not yelling. You're yelling.
Okay, hold on. Let me tone it down. You ain't getting no damn game with no home and home with no FBS opponent. That's the first thing. Second thing, you say negotiate a better deal. What damn leverage does an FCS school have with a Power 5 program?
Look, did you see what's behind you? You got the biggest brand in FCS right there behind you.
I'm gonna say it again. Okay, now what data do you have to show where you got a FCS school having a Power 5 negotiating a damn road game? Because they ain't coming to your home.
So I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not asking questions that I don't know the answers to. Just first and foremost. All right,
I'm giving you the damn answer.
Hold on, so pause yourself, bro. Because I ain't overly emotional about it. I'm just saying. I already know the answer to the question. Most of the questions I'm asking. I'm just trying to understand your perspective because you said a lot of things, and I want to understand you. I want to be respectful. When I ask you the solution for what we can do, you push back against progressive thinking and progressive moves. And your questions, when we present progressive opportunities to move up, you say, why? They're not going to allow us to do it, so we stand pat. Your solution is negotiate better deals against opponents that got the money. So the only way we can get money and the only way we can put ourselves in a bigger space is to just get a better deal. So I'm going to say this again. We're not playing USM. Last I checked. We're supposed to play them for 2025. We're supposed to. But those deals usually ain't going to pay you no more than about 300, 400, because they ain't really got that much to give anyway. You take those games, it is what it is. It ain't much travel, it ain't much cost. You take it, you go play it. Just like the game we got with ULM this year. 350, possible chance of winning that game. But let me say this too. You talked about the brand. Listen, we understand if you can say that the brand behind Zoe's head is what it is, my question to you is why can't we do other things outside of scheduling games that we're probably not going to win, okay, to get a bigger payday? What else is there on the dock? What else can we do? That's all I want to know. Like, what else can we do? Can we not put together? Can we not look for to position ourselves in the same? Could we not possibly put together a strategy to put our football program on the same level as our basketball program?
So how well are you with history?
Very well.
We're not good with it. We finna go ahead and let it go. We're not good with it.
Tennessee State has done this for 30 years now. Where are they?
Who?
Tennessee State.
What about them?
They've been doing this for 30 years. They moved up. They moved to a different conference.
They're in FCS.
And got what to show for it.
They're FCS.
They have nothing.
The OVC is not FBS. It's FCS.
They moved to a different conference.
It's FCS.
It's
FCS and the gang of 5 schools are just about the same.
No, they are not.
Yes, they are.
Hey,
Go look at the numbers.
King,
oh, relax, bro. I got it, man. I got you.
Come on with something, bro.
No.
You ain't coming with nothing.
You ain't got nothing. You say you want to go to FBS, but if you look at the FBS, if you look at all of FBS school, Jackson State comes out and what? And we had a bad year last year. We came out in the top 50 as far as attendance. For brand name, you still rank you above. We above Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Tech.
I'm glad you made that point, brother Ricardo.
I'm mad at different opinion. I'm mad at lunacy.
Really?
Why have a conversation? Why have a conversation with somebody that you can't change their
I'm
mind?
glad you made that point. That's the majority of HBCU fans at the end of the day. Listen, man, you just made the point, and I appreciate you, brother Brown. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? But I'll say this right here: you just made a great point as to why Jack State should absolutely look to move up to FBS, because you just said that all those brands that are on the FBS level, we got to hire a bigger brand than them. I think Zoe say it all the time. We are FBS school and FCS clothing. We've been that way, but unfortunately for us, we tend to devalue ourselves, and we don't see ourselves in that landscape. We don't think we can really get on that level. We still should just, schedule better games that we're not in a position right now to win them games, but we can be if we elevate and move up. I think it's a great strategy. But we appreciate you, big dog.
Okay.
Bro, calm your ass the fuck down, bro. It's all right. I know what I'm doing, dog. It's okay. I knew. It's all right. I'm letting him cook. It is what it is. Come on, Joe. What you got?
I can't lose no more damn hair.
I ain't gonna lose none because I ain't gonna get worked up over it. Because this is what I'm saying. Zoe, how you responded is the way you can respond to half the folks that talk in the HBCU space. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter who is on the screen. It doesn't matter whether it's Twitter, Facebook, IG. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Because the mentality, the consensus is we ain't good enough. You say it all the time, so why are you shocked when people get? You say this out your own mouth every time, bro. Black folk devalue black things. So when it starts to play out, I ain't losing no hair about that. I ain't got no damn hair either. I ain't finna lose none of that. It is what it is. I can't make people see what
I just don't like talking no goddamn about. Look, why are we having a conversation if your mind made up?
I promise. I'm gonna say this, bro. That is the majority of the folks in the HBCU space.
God, why are we talking if your mind made up?
I'm just saying. It is. It is.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we talk about what we want to do. And let's come with a solution.
Been trying to. That's all I ask for.
How can we do it?
I tell you how.
How can we do it?
You know how we do it? First thing first is we got to have the leadership of the universities to have a conversation about doing it. But I'll let you start. So you got it. You go ahead.
No. Oh, wait, check. You are Zoe. You are the leader. You're the president of Jackson State. What's the first thing you got to do in order to move up?
No,
it's not.
If I'm the president of Jackson State, and this is something that I want to do, I'm gonna have first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a conversation with my AD and my coach, and just kind of have that conversation with them. First and foremost. Next thing, I probably have a conversation with my commissioner, and just kind of dialogue. The dialogue.
No,
believe it or not.
We just No.
I'm saying.
Not to come on. I just want to say this Jackson State moving up by itself.
Hold on. I'm finished playing that to you. That's not gonna happen. Hold on, bro. We all passionate. It's okay.
All right, break it down.
To the point. So FCS school is not going to be able to move up without an invitation to a higher conference. They're not going. You can't go just knock on Conference USA or the Sun Belt, as Zoe said, and what we talked about in the chat earlier. He said the Southern Miss will do everything in their power to block us from coming to the Sun Belt because of why. If we go to the Sun Belt, who you think gonna have a bigger brand, Jack State or Southern Miss? I ain't say a bigger student population. I ain't say a bigger alumni base. I said a bigger brand. They might say them, but I'm sorry. It's gonna be Jack State. So they don't want us in that conference. So
actually, kid, to even touch on that, is not just we're a bigger brand, but we also would thwart any progress that they can make within that conference. We present a stumbling block or resistance to anything that they're trying to do.
So they're not going to allow it.
Go ahead.
So with that, Joe, if somebody's already in the house and somebody trying to get in the house, the person in the house can tell the people who can make the decisions about who let who in the house. Hell no, we ain't doing that. So chances of Sunbelt happening there is slim to none. So you really fall at looking at a Conference USA. Ideally, you really want them to come for you. But we in a space right now in this country, bro, where just right now Black folks in HBCUs are pretty much the same type thing. They looked at the same way. So HBCU knocking on the door of a PWI conference is according to the landscape of what we see right now. Joe, that ain't gonna happen. You'd have to get an invitation, therefore you have to accept it. So that's the first thing. So Jack State ain't gonna move up by itself unless it goes independent. We already got historical data. FAMU did it. It wasn't a really good strategy. And especially with the changes that's being made right now, with the amount of money it'll cost to move up, it'll cost you $5 million. You're gonna have to, now you got to fund 40 additional Scott. It just fundamentally and financially wouldn't make sense to do it by yourself. So the idea would be to go up together. So if you Jackson State, you want to meet with other presidents and athletic directors and talk about doing it as a collective. Group economics works in every space. It always has. We've done it on this screen. Matter of fact, they're doing it. That's why you see major institutions that were operating in the red, like USC, UCLA, made moves for what would benefit them just from TV revenue, just from TV and conference payouts. So it would take a lot of legs in order for that to happen, because Jackson State would probably have to be the leader of the conversation. See if you can start some type of dialogue amongst the presidents. And if you can get 5, 6, 7, 8 schools to decide this is what we want to do, then you have to look for an entity that would actually run that. Because as Zoe stated earlier, a conference is not going to be able to move up. So you ain't going to get the Commissioner McClellan. He's the commissioner of the SWAC. So he's not going to be the one driving the charge to move up as a conference. That's not going to happen. So you almost have to have a creation of an entirely new conference with a whole new idea, and whoever would the leaders of that conference would have to be a part of this conversation. And it's got to be basically a whole new movement for HBCUs to happen. And I'm just telling you right now, that's the thing that makes this conversation damn near impossible, because I don't even think we can agree on the simplest things, let alone a complex idea of moving up in an elevated space.
Here's what I would employ. I would take, for an example, let's just say A.D. Robinson, listen to this, okay, I'm going to entertain this. The first thing I would do as just one singular AD would be, and maybe talk to the president, would be, and I'm just using this as an example, just to give you guys a template. So don't, whatever. Let's say, because, and I'm using A.D. Robinson for a reason, because he has certain connections. Let's say A.D. Robinson makes a phone call to Maverick Carter. Maverick Carter's the president of, he's an assistant with Clutch Sports, part of LeBron James. But he's not going to use him because that could be a conflict of interest when we were talking about the idea of implementing a whole brand new conference, because that's a sports agency, management company. But what Maverick Carter represents is he has relationships to other people, because this could be an advantageous route to go. And so let's say, hey, the advent of a brand new HBCU conference on the FBS level, and all, what I'm saying, it's also like a rebrand, right? But you're going to have a particular chosen few. All right, let's say 8 schools. You take that person. The reason why I bring up Maverick Carter is because when you look at, because they want to talk about Power 5, if you look at these newer conferences, what they do is they go and get commissioners who come from Fortune 500 companies or Fortune 100 companies to run these conferences. And so you're going to need that. So people always talk about money. Well, guess what? These other ideas that we have, when we talk about the SWAC network, now you can have this new conference, whatever the name we want to call it. That new conference can start the bat with a television contract. Not only a television contract, they can start its own network. Something that we never really had on the SWAC network. You can actually do that. And let's say they can start the conversations. And then they can, hey, we're going to have a set 8 schools that we targeted. Now let's go have some meetings. You meet with those ADs, and then those ADs get with those presidents. I guarantee you, if it's advantageous with the money and it's a change, and they can get 8 schools to agree, now we're cooking with grease to something that could possibly happen. Now you're talking about in a creation. This is not the first time this has happened. When you had the Great Metro, you had the Metro Conference, and I can use the MEAC and the SWAC, right? I don't know if y'all remember, but in 1996, you had the Metro Conference and the Great Midwest. Guess what they did? They merged together and created what? Conference USA. Before then, you had the Southwest Conference and the Big 8 Conference. They merged together. Guess what that became? Brand new Big 12. So again, now granted, they were already on that level, but again, I told you, the MEAC cannot move up, the SWAC cannot move up, but you can create a new conference. They can move up with the creation of a new conference. All you need is 6 teams, but we can start with 8.
No.
All right. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm getting from, don't cut me off. Let me get this out. What I'm getting from is only benefit we will have from moving up to FBS would be you can get more payout from teams playing conference games and a better TV contract.
That's not
what I actually think you can get.
That's not the only benefit.
So don't give me no, don't get. That's what I'm getting, because that's the only benefit. You're gonna have the stamp FBS. You're gonna have polo on your T-shirt, on your shirt, instead of another brand, and you better get more money from playing out of conference games, and you'll get a better TV contract. You can get a better TV contract playing staying where you at. You won't have that polo T-shirt on or that Gucci T-shirt on. You'll have a polo shirt on instead of Gucci. And so the only other benefit only other thing I can see that you would benefit from moving up to FBS is getting a bigger payout from playing FBS conferences. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You get more money. You get a rebranding of what HBCU is perceived to be. It's a whole rebranding of HBCU football. Now you're getting even more elite talent because you're on the FBS level. You're able to gain a respectable independence for every football institution in that conference, doing things that you haven't done in some schools in their entire history. So again,
So
at the end of the, hold on. At the end
you're
of
going
the day,
on a long you're going on a long tangent because you're going on a long tangent. Make it quick, because I got a feedback. Because basically all you're saying is
I got a comment too, Zoe.
Hell no, you tell me make it quick.
No, Zoe, come on, bro.
You tell me make it quick.
I
No,
know.
no.
So listen, because basically all you're saying is people gonna look at me better because I got a Gucci shirt on instead of have a polo shirt on. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me jump in real quick, and let me add a little comment. Just me and you now, Joe. And this is the thing, and this is let me say this, man. And I sit here and I listen. You can't have these conversations, man, talking at each other. Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna work. It's part of the reason we don't have these conversations because we don't know how to have the emotional intelligence to have nuanced, layered conversations in a way that just everybody wants to be non-confrontational. Everybody wants to be politically correct. Everybody's scared of the real tough conversations, man. And that's the recipe to staying right where you're at. So, Joe, to your point, it's more to it than just the Gucci shirt. Universities are for-profit businesses. They're not. We got to keep in mind that colleges are businesses first and foremost. Athletics is a division of that universities to play at that level. And you do want to make money, man. You do want to make money. And one of the biggest problems that we have at our schools, for the most part, is sometimes we're able to get money to get new things, but we don't never really have the money to maintain it. Does that make sense? You follow me when I say that? You're on mute if you're talking.
I got to understand. I'm for it.
Yeah, I just want to. I'm slowing it down a little bit, so I'm gonna talk plain, and then when we done, we shut it down. Because I ain't overly worked up. Zoe's super passionate about it, and he always, and I know it's what makes him who he is.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
know.
everybody love him. You either love him or you don't, or whatever. It don't matter.
I love him.
Not you. I'm just saying in general.
I just was giving him. Cause I agree. I actually think Jackson State could move up by itself. I think it would be better if Jackson State could move up by itself because they have the infrastructure.
I was saying that. If you go back a few months ago, Joe, boy, I was on this show screaming, man, we can go. And when I saw this today, I said, okay, they playing a different game than what we playing. And it made me retreat and say, you know what? Yes, to Zoe's point, Zoe right. That's probably the only way we can go up is to do it collectively.
That's why.
That's why
I want to say. That's why I wanted to say if it was just Jackson State, because I think Jackson State is the only school that has the infrastructure in place right now to move up. If a school came up,
I think it's a couple.
Yeah, well, FAMU. Yeah, it's a couple of them, but
A&T,
FAMU.
It's a few of them. But let me say this though. I want to make my point, and then we can leave it alone and go from where we're gonna go to. This is what we do, and this is I can say some stuff, man. I can say some stuff, man. I can say some stuff, and I see it, and I know how to say it too. All I know is this, bro. We tend to these conversations are the conversations that make us stay right where we at, because what we do is we be like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna do me. Y'all do y'all. I ain't got time for all of that. And we used to be able to have tough conversations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Again, tells her I love him.
When you're passionate, when you're passionate, you need people to get your point across. So, what you talking about? Me? I know I ain't cut him off because I've been sitting here
I would
quiet.
cut him off.
Okay.
I would cut him off, but I agree. I actually agree with Joe. All I was doing was throwing the stuff back at him that I've been hearing from around the HBCU while we can't move up. And I wanted him to break it down. So that's all I was doing. I actually think we can move up. It's just that we gotta want to do it. And I don't think everybody want to do it. They're scared. Tells you I love him. I apologize if I disrespect him anything. I came at it wrong. I apologize. But
man, it's all good, man. We getting better in this because this is the thing. I gotta say I can speak this. I can speak. I'm calm. Y'all know me. I done been off the hinge about all kind of things on this platform. But this is what I'll say. I understand, bro. And I understand that he's super passionate about that. That's why y'all ever notice, like when he be going and he say, when Zoe get to rolling on shit like this, I just shut the hell up because I know where he coming from and I know it's a real thing, right? It's a real thing to him. So it is what it is, but we good. That's why I ain't want to have no guests tonight because I was like, I'm gonna just let him cook. But this is what I want to say, bro, about that. The reality of the whole thing is this. Brother Ricardo came on and spoke about negotiating better deals. I do feel like if you're on that level, you can negotiate better deals. Yes, we celebrate when HBCUs get $1 million payouts. Tennessee State got it from Notre Dame. Gramblin's getting it from Ohio State. They're not winnable games, and neither are they. They probably not going to be winnable on the FBS level either. But the point of the matter is that some of those, that's like a one-off. You see what I'm saying? A lot of those are one-offs. But when you're at that level, you can get, it's like I was telling Ricardo, your tuition don't change. You see what I'm saying? Where you exist don't change. Your student population is going to still be, you can grow it 8,000, 9,000. That's great if you get it to that level. You still got to get housing. There's so many things that we need. We can't scoff at the opportunity to make more money. So when we start saying this is an opportunity for us to advance and grow our pocketbooks, we can't scoff at that when we got things that we need. Hell, I got on the screen and said we got a $1,500 initiative. Now we down to $1,500 now just to get some beds. I can guarantee you reason why some of those programs ain't got to have these conversations because they not putting together fundraisers to pay for beds. They're not putting together fundraisers to get equipment. It do weight room in renovations. We've done that, and y'all seen this on the screen. How can you sit here and watch us do what we do and build the NIL collective and do all the things from the ground up and then say, well, if it's just money, hell, money, we need money to operate. Look at it. Everything's inflated right now. The cost of doing business is what it is. So I don't think we're going to move up no time soon. I just think that we should have some type of plan in place to do something, ask the questions or whatever. And I think that's what Zoe's point is and why he's like, look at the changes that's happening. Like, what conversations are we having because of what we're seeing transpire right now? Or are we just standing pat? But every time we have these conversations, bro, it always get met with resistance. We always come up with excuses and reasons as to why we shouldn't challenge the structure because most of us really don't give a damn. And we think that it's okay. We're a little over 5,000 season tickets and we trying to hit a goal of 10,000. So, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't knocking it, but it's great dialogue. And the conversation is, what are we going to do about it? Do we do nothing? Or do we stand pat? Or do we just keep it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we at with it. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully that helped. I'll say this, though.
Hopefully Zoe ain't mad. Hopefully Zoe ain't mad at me.
They're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Just again, like I said, listen, bro. We appreciate you coming on the show anytime. I want everybody to come up, man, and talk. We got to do better with hearing each other out. I've gotten better. You know, I ain't always been the best at listening to people when I don't necessarily agree with them. We have to be better in that space, especially in this political climate, bro, because man, I'm seeing some stuff on the internet from family members, friends, and all type of stuff that just crazy, man, especially in this political climate. hey man, it's a lot of people saying a lot of weird stuff, and I have to stay mindful of the fact that just because people don't see it the way I see it, it don't give me the right to be overly, you know what I'm saying, invasive on they thought process and just try to act like they beneath me in some type of way. So I have to be better, especially when you're on a public platform. Somebody said, I'm frustrated is that my frustration is that some schools aren't doing that and reaping rewards of their conference. That's true. That is true. That is true. And that is, hey, it is, man. We all passionate, man. And you know what? Passion comes from a place of love too, man. You know, you love this, you know what I'm saying, Joe? You always hop on, you have these conversations with us. It's a nuanced, intense conversation, and it requires we gotta listen. We gotta listen. You know, even if somebody don't have an opinion that we necessarily agree with. And trust me, when I first got on this screen, bro, I was terrible at that. But I promise you, the more we've done this, the more I've learned to shut the hell up, listen, whether I agree or disagree, and try to let people speak their mind, and then give my whatchamacallit, my response, and then hey, we can agree to disagree and move on. That's the best way I know how to do it.
And you said Zoe wasn't gonna fall asleep. You were right. You said Zoe wasn't gonna fall asleep. You was right tonight.
Well, he said that
was up late tonight.
He said that from the jump. We trying to keep
okay.
We trying to keep it fun, man. I'll say this. So start, we'll be back Friday, man. We'll be back Friday. We gonna we got a hell of a lineup of folks that we trying to get on the show to keep it interesting, man. We only a month away from the season starting, bro. We 1 month, 4 weeks, literally 4 weeks away. So in 4 weeks, man, we're gonna be heading down. Is it 5 weeks or 4 weeks? Might be 5 weeks. But we'll be heading down to Louisiana, take on Monroe. All I'm gonna say is this right here. I know everybody keep thinking Monroe is gonna be. I don't think that's gonna be just no cakewalk, man. Trying to win an FBS game, but we'll go do what we got to do. Anything else you got?
That's it. I'm good.
Good deal, bro.
I appreciate y'all letting me join y'all tonight, man.
Anytime, brother. Anytime, man. We got about 8 more minutes left, man. Before we get up out of this thing. I'm gonna close with some preliminary stuff, man. I appreciate the crew. But let me say this, brother C. Lee, come on up for a second. I want to talk to you for a second. I just want to get your thoughts on everything. I know, brother C. Lee, y'all ain't seen him in a while, man. Come on up. I'll let you. We had it, last few minutes, and hey, EA, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Joe. Hey, things got a little heated. That's when you know you're on to something. Hey, it's all right, man. It's all right. Zoe know me and Zoe gonna have a conversation tomorrow.
I know Zoe gonna cuss me out tomorrow. Tell him I still love him. Tell him I still love him.
Nah, it's all love. That ain't it. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. It's all love. I know it's all love.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Spicy Wednesday. That's right, baby. Spicy Wednesday. Gotta love it, man. Listen, let me say this, bro, before you go. Y'all better stop acting like this. Y'all don't love this type of shit. All right, I'm gonna say it. I'm cussing now. Y'all know damn well y'all get tired of the regular status quo bull jump. Y'all like that intensity, that spicy. Y'all know y'all love the bull jump. Come on now. You know you do. So every now and again, you gotta have a little extra. Can't just all be PC, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's can't be scared of the conversations neither, though. Can't be afraid to have these conversations, man. I'm almost tempted to have a political conversation, but I'm afraid that's really gonna go left. But we probably gonna have one too.
I'm deep into that. We don't want to do that. I might get banned.
Listen, man. Only reason why I probably won't do that, bro, is because we have to be in a position where we have to be willing to. I sit here, so we're in the media space now, man. Man, I don't know if y'all ever watch. Y'all ever watch like Real Time with Bill Maher? The comedian dude, he be on HBO.
Yeah,
and
I watched that, yeah.
I watched Bill Maher for years, man. And he don't always have people on his show that agree with him. sometimes he bring people on the show that have totally opposing viewpoints. And man, I'm telling you, man, I talked to Representative Thompson too, man, Benny Thompson. I'm trying to get him on the show because I want to have that conversation. I think having that conversation with someone that's in politics would be great, man. I ain't running from nothing. The only thing I would ask is that if we're gonna have those conversations, govern yourselves accordingly, man. Be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Just let people speak their mind, whether you agree or disagree. Because I promise you, you don't want to sit at a table with a bunch of yes men and people that just think like you think. Nah, man, you get better, man, when you have opposition. It's healthy, man. You go to the gym for resistance. The more weight you put on them bars and lift against you, the stronger you get. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So we got some serious things coming down the pipes, man. We're gonna talk a little politics because it affects. I know it's JSU Sports Chat. We gonna keep it funky, man. But still gotta talk about life too, man. We'll bring it in. We need to hear all sides, man. You got to be able to listen though. Not listen to respond. Listen, and see what people are talking about, and just let's go from there. So, y'all bear with us though, man. We growing, we maturing, we growing in this space. We getting better, man. We getting better. So some days ain't your best days, and we'll keep pressing on. But y'all been rocking with us for a long time, man. I love the crew. Zoe, TD, Rochelle, Nook, KT Dub, man. We building something special, man. And I want to say this, y'all. I know I had my ladies up here, man. I just want to talk about this again. You just had to ride out with me, you know, for a little minute. And, where you at, man? You on the highway?
Yeah, I just hit Florida. I'm going down to Lake City.
Hey,
Lake,
you be on the road,
Plant
man.
City, Florida, man.
Hey, I want to talk about this though, man. I just want to talk about, you know, if you guys are not a part of this the KC-1400 collective, I know y'all don't really know much about it if you're not watching the show that much, but I'll say this. Shout out to everybody who has pledged and donated to this great movement that we got. I just want to implore everybody why we're going down to Hazelhurst is because we're taking a grassroots approach. We will have a website, KC-1400 Collective, that will launch, and we're looking to grow this thing, man, because we're trying to do NIL deals. So we're not just talking and saying, let's have these nuanced conversations and we just sitting on our hands and not doing nothing. We are doing what we can do from the position that we are in. And I'm telling you right now, we need to grow this thing, man. And I believe that if we stop focusing on the who and focus more on the what, I promise you, man. I promise you guys, man. It lights me up. I've had the opportunity to sit in a room with student athletes from the track program. I've been rocking with the football team for quite a while. And I say not me, Zoe, TD, KT Dub, Nook, Rochelle, and the whole crew. From this platform, man, we have established a nonprofit organization. We're establishing a powerful executive board because we realized the way we was doing it. I'm glad you're on, Brother Seeley. The way we were doing it, it wasn't to my liking. We weren't really moving at the pace that we needed to move to be effective. But I could say a lot of stuff that if I said it, it'd probably ruffle a lot of feathers. But I'm not in the business of ruffling feathers no more because I think they say you can attract a whole lot more bees with honey than vinegar. So I'm in the honey space. I'm not honeymooning, but I'm in the honey phase right now. And I just want to say, you know, we meet a lot of resistance with what we do because we got gatekeepers, haters who envy. Man, I promise you, man, listen, if you just put that stuff aside, man, we could do unbelievable stuff, man. Hey, if we got somebody in the chat that's doing something funky, man, I got moderators. Y'all know how to zap them. I ain't even finna look at it, but I just want to say that, man. But We're gonna grow this thing, man. KC-1400 collective.
And I encourage everybody, go to KC, go to Giveify. If you get paid every week, every 2 weeks, do automatic donations, put 10, 25, $100, whatever you can afford, put it in there and put it on automatic and forget about it.
Bro, let me say this, and I gotta say this, Joe and C. Lee. And we don't get paid off this. I gotta say that because I know it's people out there that see stuff like that and they be like, yeah, they da. What they getting out of it? Not a damn thing. Matter of fact, I'll say this. I just so y'all know, I had to take on all the tax liability for everything that we did last year and got jammed up with the damn IRS through my own personal taxes because of trying to do stuff in the space that we're doing. So I got to do it the right way. Yeah, we hit some roadblocks along the way, and you make some mistakes and you learn and you get better, man. And y'all know me, man. I'm an open book. I don't care. But I'm telling you like this right here, man. I see it and the infrastructure's in place. 2 years ago, I was talking about it, Brother C. Lee. It was an idea. But see, now it's in motion. And now we're going to do what we've been doing in a much more impactful way. And it ain't going to require a whole lot of talking. We have a website. You just take you straight to the website. You go see exactly what we're doing, how we do it. You can join and do your thing. And I ain't got to keep running back to people. You grow from, growing your membership pool. And people understand, trust me, you're going to need that. And I can trust me, we ain't in a position right now where coaches and everybody going to really get up and say a whole lot right now because it's in an infant stage, but we've done a lot. And I don't ask for credit. I just want y'all to join us and help us grow this thing. What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? I was in my sleeping clothes, man. You got me. You have me.
It's I wanted you on because you always have a way, man, of you see what we're talking about and you see how difficult these conversations are because the conversations require us to, and brother, still on, we don't always have the answers, man.
Right.
It's not a requirement to have a plan, a well thought out plan, exact jot and tittle as to what the strategy is in order to say we should do something.
Right.
Sometimes we get the idea is scoffed at because we don't necessarily have. First of all, we're not presidents, and we're not presidents, and neither are we ADs. We really can't move and shake like we would like, maybe like people think we possibly can. We just put stuff out in the atmosphere and hope that it grabs the right ears and attentions, and then it grow from there. But go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna quote somebody, Ken, that you ain't gonna believe I'm gonna quote.
Who is that?
Because I'm one of the least hip hop people on the planet, but I'm gonna quote Tupac. They asked Tupac, they said, why you rap about the things that you rap about? Why you rap about why things are so bad? How you think that's helping? And Tupac said, I may not have the solution, but if I keep raising the question enough, maybe somebody with the solution will solve the problem. And I think a lot of times, I like to use the word empirical. I think a lot of times people really don't understand what the word empirical means. And empirical comes from the whole concept of experiment. And if you understand that empirical comes from the whole world of experiment, most people don't understand that to a scientist, Ken, do you know to a scientist there's no such thing as failure? Because to a scientist, every time they have an experiment in a lab, and that experiment don't go how they think it should go, the average person would say that's a failure. You know what the scientists will say? No, that's a success because we just learned another way not to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that a lot of people need to understand that, as Zoe says, two things can be true. And I'm not, I'm not picking on anybody, but as somebody put in, I think I responded to it about why can't we just enjoy what we have. And the comeback to that is, it's like you can't enjoy what you have and not grow simultaneously. Like, Ken, I enjoy my raggedy house. I tell people I'm blessed to have a raggedy house. You know why? Because it's my raggedy house. But just because I enjoy my house don't mean I ain't gonna fix the roof. Just like I enjoy my house don't mean that I ain't gonna pay the driveway. Just because I enjoy my house, and besides, Ken, if let's say, and I hope it ain't gonna happen because we beyond that age. Let me be clear, we hit our 50, so this ain't about to happen. This is clearly a hypothetical. But let's say that we started growing our family and started having some more babies. Would it be that we didn't like our house if we started adding rooms onto the house? So just because you wanna, you can do two things. You can enjoy what you have,
yeah,
and progress. In fact, what most people don't understand is, if you are not progressing, you are by definition dying. If you are not moving forward, there's no such thing as standing still in real life.
Right.
If you are standing still, everybody else is passing you by. And at some point, we have to understand that just because me and my wife may love each other, that don't mean that we don't want each other to improve and become better human beings. I would hope, Ken, I've been with the same woman since 1991. I would hope, Ken, that I'm not the same dude in 2024 that I was in 1991.
Facts.
So then I hope then that as I've been in this relationship, that as I've been with the same woman since 1991, that I have grown and I've developed myself and I've gotten better and I've become even more of what she wanted me to be. I think that's all that you and Zoe are saying, that it's not that we don't enjoy the SWAC. It's not that we don't enjoy Jackson State. We just wanted to continue to grow. One of the reasons we love it is because it has grown. One of the reasons we love it because we can say that, and this is not, let me be clear. I'm not saying what I'm about to say to knock anybody else, but there's a reason why we keep coming back to 4 to 6 to 8 schools that can do certain things, because those are the 4 to 6 to 8 schools that enjoy what they are, but continue to progress at the same time. And so what we have to be able to do is say, when you have these conversations, you're not having these conversations and say Jackson State is bad. You're not having these conversations and say that the SWAC is bad. We're saying that I love my, let me tell you something my grandson said to me the other day. My grandson plays trumpet in middle school. We were coming home last year from their spring recital. Mm-hmm. And he said something to me. He said, and my grandson called me Dynamite, by the way, called me Granddaddy Dynamite. He said, Dynamite. I said, what, man? He said, I moved up to third chair. And he right, Ken, because when he first started playing, he was so far down on the list, I couldn't even see him on the stage. I was like, what chair is the boy? What? Is fifth chair? I didn't even know they had that many chairs. So Brother Cunningham, I didn't know they had that many chairs for instruments in middle school. He said, Dynamite, I moved up to third chair. I said, yeah, man. Then you know what he said, Ken? He said, I might could be first chair if I practice. I said, I think you'd hit on something, boy. I think you done figured it out. Now, am I not enjoying my grandson, Ken? Am I not loving my grandson by simply telling him he can do more? He can get more out of life? I think we have to be able to understand that just because we point out what somebody can do better, it's not about saying we don't love it. And I think that's the point that people have to understand. Look, and let me say one other thing. There's something, Ken, that you said about the upcoming football season, something particular about the team. I'm not sure if I agree, but I don't know if I need to put in the chat that I agree. Because just because I might not know or not be certain doesn't mean I necessarily need to make that thought known. Does that make sense?
It does.
And we need to make sure that every time we, like, again, go back to being empirical. Every time I put something in the chat, other than when I'm being silly, because I like to be silly, but if it's a serious issue, I ask myself, will this comment help people accomplish the goal they want to accomplish, or will this comment merely serve as a hindrance to doing what they want to do? And if I think that my comment will be more of a hindrance than actually helping my people accomplish what they want to accomplish, I tend to keep that comment to myself. And so what I'm hoping, Ken, you know what I'm hoping, Ken? I'm hoping at the end of the year, I can come to you and Ken and say, hey, Ken, remember you said such and such. I didn't think that was right. I'm so glad you was right, because I didn't think that's the way I try to move in my life.
Yeah.
And so I just want to end on that, because it's one of the things, but I just want to end on saying that, look, I think we all love our HBCU experience. We love being in a SWAC conference. We love what we have created. But we also have to understand that sometimes what you create, how do I want to say this? You have to ask yourself, am I blocking my blessings by being content on where I am? And then make a decision how we want to move accordingly. And so I'll end with something I've said before. When Harriet Tubman was freeing the slaves, she carried a pistol with her.
Mm-hmm.
The pistol was not for the white people. See, people think the pistol was for the white people. The pistol was not for the paddle rollers. The pistol wasn't for the enslavers. The pistol was for the slaves who got halfway and decided they couldn't make it. And Harriet Tubman would show them that pistol and say, hey, I love you, but you got two choices. You can keep marching to freedom, or you can die where you stand, because I can't let you go back. And so, as Black people who truly want to be liberated, because I say this all the time.
That's key. That truly want to be liberated.
Truly want to be liberated. Because what I've learned is that most Black people don't want to be free. We just want to be employed.
Facts.
As I said before, there were 4 million slaves. There were 4 million slaves. Less than 10% of them attempted to escape. Think about that number. 4 million slaves, less than 10%. That meant that only 10% of people thought, give me freedom or give me death. At some point, Black people are going to have to learn to love liberty more than life itself. And here's what I mean, Ken, when I say love liberty more than life itself. Satan did not want Yeshua, right? Yeshua, to go to the cross. Remember when he was out there and Satan tempted him 3 times? You know why Satan didn't want Yeshua or Yeshua to go to the cross? Because the only power Satan has over man is the fear of death, Ken. And the last thing Satan wanted was for Yeshua or Yeshua to defeat death. Because if the Savior defeats death, then Satan no longer has power over mankind. And so at some point, Black people, we have to ask ourselves, do we love freedom more than life itself? Because as long as we love life more than we love freedom, we'll continue to get pimped for fried chicken, Cadillacs, and whatever else they can buy our souls with. I'll shut up.
You said a lot, man. My goodness. Brother George. It's one thing I've learned, Brother Seeley, in this media space, that it's like playing chess. You know, when you play chess, you're not thinking about the move that's just in front of you. You're thinking 3-4 moves down the road.
Yeah.
When you have some type of an idea, you know, with how the people, the vast majority of the people in the space that you operating in think, it teaches you how you need to move.
Yep.
How you need to communicate and when to say yay, nay. I'm gonna go back to a conversation that we had earlier in the show. And I'm gonna answer a question that a lot of you guys probably don't know. Why I chose to keep a particular individual on the screen longer than you probably might think. Y'all gotta trust me. That's including my panel mates. You know why you keep someone like that and you let them speak? Because regardless of how bad it's frustrating to listen to what they may have to say, there is a lot of people in our fan base that thinks exactly how that person speaks and thinks. So when you are addressing those types of thought processes and those types of mindsets and those types of perspectives, I ain't just talking to one person. I'm talking to a lot of people. And when you don't let them talk and you don't get to address it, you miss an opportunity that you just may not get. I don't get a chance. I ain't gonna be able to. I may not get to sit down with 20, 30,000 people or 1,000 people at one time. But if you sit around long enough and you have these types of conversations, you will soon find out that there are a ton of people that have the exact, and I do mean the exact same mindset. Now, my question is, how the hell do you try to address that type of mindset if you're not gonna allow it to show itself to be what it is?
Right.
I'm playing chess. I'm not stupid. I've been doing this too long, bro.
Yep.
I have learned how to maneuver. We have learned how to maneuver in spaces where the majority of the people in the room don't like you because of what you look like.
Yep.
And it's amazing to me how when we get in those spaces, we always tend to practice discipline and constraint, and we know how to comport ourselves a little bit better in those spaces. I'm talking about working with the joker who you want to fade.
Right.
Because you know how you think. But you say, you know what? Them little girls need me, man. I gotta put some food on the table. You know what I'm saying? So you learn how to deal with it a little bit more. So I appreciate you, Brother George. I appreciate you. Because I love this thought process. He said, bees don't try to convince flies that honey is better than fecal matter. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right. But what I say to that is that some of them ain't been introduced to a different diet, man.
Yeah.
Different thought process and a different mindset. And it ain't the ones you're really trying to hit. I mean, we're not worried about the naysayers. You're really trying to hit the ones that can actually, the movers and the shakers who probably haven't thought about it. That's how you do it. That's what we do here. You put it out in the atmosphere. You just because all we see are the views. We don't know who be looking at us, man. We had so many people come through these platforms and look at us and hear us and speak about what we've discussed, bro. And I'm mindful of that. I'm a little bit more mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? We'll cuss every now and again, but that's I just wanted to say that. I've been sitting on that for a second. I just wanted to throw that back in there. But I do appreciate it, brother. And I'll say this too, because we're just in a different time right now. Times are weird right now, man. I bet the best advice I can give the family is that listen, man, it's a lot of weird stuff happening right now, man, with this political stuff, man. A lot of people saying a lot of crazy stuff. Don't lose your livelihood, man, being overly expressive on the internet, because you're in a cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? You got your right to go vote, man. You don't got to tell nobody what you're doing.
Right.
And at the same time, you still can go, lead the charge in trying to do what you can to get the people in your vicinity that may not exercise, the vote or whatever the case may be. If you campaigning, that's cool, but just be mindful of that, man. Because I see a lot of, I don't even want to get into You almost feel bad for Kamala, man. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this.
You almost do, because it's like, listen, man. I say not shut up. I promise I'll let you take it away. And I ain't even talking about outside the community. I'm just amazed at the amount of people that look like me, that are just openly. I mean, she's been VP for the last 4 years, man. And somehow all of a sudden, it's just this vitriol, man. I ain't talking about politics. I'm just talking about just straight out the gate, off the rip, just unfathomable, man. It's just, so my advice to everybody, man, was the same advice that the preacher gave us, man, at Bible class, man. Give attention to reading. And reading don't necessarily mean reading the books. The Bible says you are epistles known and read of all men. People reading you, man. You are an epistle. And people reading you, man. They reading you, and it's just look around. It's quite funny, man. I have to, because it's a sad reality. I'm a man that's raising all girls, man, black girls too, all black girls, man. And I'm sitting there looking at the climate, and I'm like, damn, in California, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, you know, like it's something, man. I ain't even. And I ain't even had the conversation. We will have a political conversation. Yes, we will. We will. We might well jump in. We might well jump in that water, man. But I'm not having a political conversation today. I'm just talking about the mere fact. Zoe said, and my brother say this all the time: black folk devalue black things, and every time it just rears its ugly head. We don't value our own stuff. But when someone comes along that actually do values it and speaks about it in a very, you know, dearing manner in which we feel like the value is there, is met with a bunch of resistance, a bunch of excuses, and a bunch of just resistance. And it's just like, damn, bro, we cooked. It's a great point. Don't make it personal. But I just tell you, man, it's a very interesting climate right now. I'm still just trying to ruminate on what I'm seeing, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have I don't really have the ability to, to orate it right now, like put it in words. So I'm slow to speak about what I'm seeing, but I'm just kind of watching, man. I'm just watching like, holy damn. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, go ahead, bro.
I will just say, I'm gonna just say it this way. For the people on the newsletter.
Hey, this is true. Hey, to cut you off. So you're right, you never know who be watching. But with that being said, I used to be very short. Listen, man, there is a level of growth in this space. I apologize to some of the folks that I might have sent to the goulash emotionally. Even Jeremiah was on there one time. We had trust me, I ain't the best. I've gotten better, but I ain't what they say. I ain't done with me yet.
There you go.
So I'm just saying, I've learned that, damn, dude, you got to be better, man. You got to be better. Zoe told me, TDF told me at times, KT Dub, Rochelle, we critique the hell out of each other, but it comes from a place of love, man. We want to see each other in the best light, and you don't want to open yourself up for unnecessary attacks. All right, go ahead.
Well, no, I'll just say for those of y'all who are on the newsletter, it's locked and loaded and coming Friday morning, Keith.
I'm gonna sit there and read it too. Every word.
So if you on the newsletter, there's a lot of folk in the chat and on the.
So you probably gonna help me articulate what I'm looking at, bro. I just can't. Go ahead.
Just to give y'all a put it to you this way. What I'm gonna deal with in that commentary is two things. As Zoe said, two things can be true. Just because black folk have been given a messed up situation our entire time on this landmass. And we have always fixed their mess.
One of my favorite quotes. by James Baldwin. It stayed with me. To be relatively conscious as a black man in America would mean that you would have to be angry almost every single day. Go ahead. I won't interrupt you no more.
No, that's it. It's so Friday morning, for those of y'all on the newsletter, I'm addressing the process by which VP Harris got the nomination, the fallout, and the path forward. And my point is, black people have already created the path forward. We just need to do our history. And so and so then you know, after you read that, but I think a lot of times, a lot of reaction is like you say, because we don't value black things, we don't even value our own history. Because people forget, Obama got the keys after Bush had already ran the Titanic into the iceberg. In fact, the only reason America was willing to give Obama the keys is because Bush had run the Titanic into the iceberg. So white people, they're racist white people, not all white people, but racist white people, their move is crash the Titanic into the iceberg and then give it to black people to fix their mess. And so if we understand that, we will then understand our way forward. And so again, when people get the commentary, when people get Friday's newsletter, and let me say this, the history, and I'm hoping, because as an artist, Ken, as a poet and a short story writer, I always tell people there's a difference between being an artist and being an entertainer. So I'm gonna leave on the difference between being an artist and being an entertainer. An entertainer, Ken, is only concerned about making you happy. So an entertainer will walk up to you and say, Ken, are you happy? No. Tap dance, tap dance, tap dance. You happy now? That's all the entertainer is interested in doing. An artist is interested in creating art that makes you uncomfortable. Art that, because people only move when they become uncomfortable. As long as people are comfortable. And one of the things that human beings are able to do, we can make ourselves comfortable in the worst situations. And so good art, well-crafted art, forces you to realize that you shouldn't be comfortable in that circumstance. And that's what I'm hoping to do with this commentary, is to make folks uncomfortable. And particularly make people uncomfortable about accepting what they have always accepted and not moving forward, which really relates to the discussion we've been having all night is, at what point do we realize that we have to move forward? Because once again, if you're comfortable where you are, that means you are comfortable falling behind. I'll shut up.
You know what? Actually, that's I'm sorry. Actually, we had 14. I put the wrong number up there. I was checking to see where we were on our donation count. That's 1,400. Thank you, brother. See, that person needed to hear this. That's why I brought him up, man. Good to hear from you, Tyler. We got to have a safe space, man, to have dialogue again. We're just too emotional. Social media has made us so to the point to where we can't have real dialogue, and I appreciate it. We got to have tough conversations, man. It's good to talk sports, but every now and again we got to deal with the reality and the real of what's happening, and it's okay, man.
And can I say one last thing?
Yeah, feel free. Fire away.
And I will also say this.
How do you get the newsletter, brother? Tell them.
You can either go to my YouTube page or my website, which is Psychedelic Literature. Don't worry about being able to spell psychedelic. Start typing it in Google to help you out. And if you go to my website or my YouTube page, if you go to my YouTube page, go to the About, and there's an email, and you email me. A lot of people do again. They'll join my YouTube page and say, hey, brother, I ain't been getting a newsletter. I'm like, well, the newsletter don't come from the YouTube page. So go to the YouTube page or my website. Both of them are Psychedelic Literature. get the email me, and I'll add you. I'm actually on Substack. So you can actually go to Substack and search psychedelic literature, and you can find it there too. So you go to Substack and search psychedelic literature. You can go to my website, or you can go to the YouTube page. My final point, which is most important, is this. One of the reasons we need to know our history, because if we understood our history, Ken, we would know that not even a thug or a dictator can destroy us as Black people. We have to understand as Black people, as African people, look at what we've all survived. And I know it looks bad. I know it looks bleak. I know we can point to all the negative. Look, I'm one, I look at different things in music and I go, man, if you understand Black history, if you understand who we are as African people, and I know I keep using these references and I'm not the most religious person, but I will say this. Black people, here's what I need you to understand. Satan doesn't want your money. Satan doesn't want your car. Satan doesn't even want your status. Can you know what Satan wants from you more than anything? Your joy. You know why Satan wants your joy? Because hope is rooted in joy. And if he can take your joy and our joy and our hope and our strength comes from our history of knowing there is nothing that this country or this world has thrown at African people that we haven't survived. In fact, there's no other people that's been enslaved, warred upon, or colonized more than African people, and we still dictate the terms of what's fashionable on the planet. Think about that. Who has been warred upon, enslaved, and colonized more than African people, and yet we still drive every culture, every industry, and every aspect of life. So if you understand that, regardless of what happens, African people gonna be all right if we learn to love ourselves and to love whatever God you feel is emanating your inner peace and your sanctity, so that you can become the vessel and the light. There's a song, I know I keep having these, I don't know why I keep having, there's a song called the Corinthian song. And if you've never heard the Corinthian song, it says, I am a vessel filled with power, with a treasure from the Lord. I'm a vessel filled with power, with a treasure. Black people, you are a vessel filled with power, with a treasure from the Lord. We are the treasure. We are the soul. There was no democracy, there was no decency, and there was no Christianity in America until Black folks forced racist white people to live up to the empty rhetoric of their Constitution. The Constitution was empty words until Black people forced them to live up to their rhetoric. If we understand the history of who we are, we understand that we will get and be what we need to be. That's it. I'll shut up.
Before we go, let me ask you this. Seems like there's a disconnect with the youth from times past. What's your thoughts on the community, and can we get back to that level? It just seems like we're so divided, and just the lack of give a damn is just not there like it used to be. You know.
So
what I mean?
two things.
Go ahead.
Two things. My father was known for working. My father, for people who don't know, my father went from being a civil rights street soldier who was arrested for liberation, arrested for rallying and protesting. He went from doing that to becoming the vice chair of the Mississippi Democratic Party. But what he really did for a living, Ken, he was a youth court counselor. Do you know how my father reduced the recidivism rate of young people coming back to the youth court?
How so?
He didn't reduce the recidivism rate by putting more young people in jail. He reduced the recidivism rate by mandating parenting classes for their parents. Rather than punish the children, he understood that the fruit has a problem because the tree has a problem. And so if we can repair the roots of the tree, so that's the first point, that what we need to start doing is having more conversations about parenting. That's the first thing, that we have to have more conversations about parenting and understanding that a community with bad parenting is a community that will destroy itself. Ken, have you ever heard about the elephant experiment?
I've heard that before.
So in this part of Africa, what happened was, just like in slavery during Africa, right? When the colonizers went to Africa, what did they get? They got the most strong people between the ages of 15 like 35. And so what happened in this part of Africa, some of the elephants, the adult elephants, particularly adult male elephants, were removed. And when they removed those adult male elephants, them damn young elephants lost their mind, kid. They start going in the villages. Well, Chris Rock say that elephant didn't go crazy. That the elephant went elephant. Those elephants, those young elephants lost their mind. They went on rampages. They destroyed everything. Why? Because they didn't have the adult elephants to nurture and lead and guide them. So just like you did on this show, we have to start having real conversations about parenting and about what it means to be a parent. We also need to start telling people that if you don't want to be a parent, it's okay not to be one. We need to start telling people that if you decided that being a parent is not for you, it's okay not to be a parent. Because one of the things we have bad in our community is that we make people, well, you gotta have a child, there's something wrong with you. No. If you don't want to be a parent, if you don't want to have children, I don't want anybody to have a child, Ken, that doesn't want one.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we have to start doing is taking parenting seriously and having real discussions around parenting class. Look, Ken, you need a license to drive a car. You need a license to get a gun. You need a license to own a business, but you don't even do a damn thing to have a child. Now, I'm not saying people gonna run out here, oh, Brother Seeley said you need to go to Africa. No, I'm just simply saying, and also, Ken, going back to that elephant analogy, how many rituals do Black people have that's existing today to have children know what it means to go from an adult to a child, from a child to an adult? We've lost all our African rituals. We don't have any rituals. That's part of the parenting process. So until we are serious about parenting, teaching parenting, parenting in schools, parenting classes, we see the problem. The problem is we got children having children and nobody's taking the time to teach children how to be parents. And until we are willing to have a serious conversation about what it means to be a parent, our community will continue to implode on itself. But it's going to start with people having the courage. One of the problems that we have is that far too many of us in our community have embraced, what's that stupid line? 40 is the new 20, or 30 is the, what's that line? No, player. 40 is the same old damn 40. That's what 40 is. If you 40, you 40. Except if you 40. Look, being 40 don't mean you ain't cool. Being 40 don't mean that you ain't flat. But when you 40, you don't want to have the same relationship with people that's 20. And we got too many 40 and 50-year-olds want to have relationships with their children and their friends another 20 years. Ken, I'm 54 years old. I can't tell you the last time I seen the inside of a club. Well, I take that back. I've been to juke joints and cafes because that's where old folks go. Right? I go to places, Ken, where you can get a pork chop sandwich and a cool drink. That's where I go. I don't go where they drop me like it's hot no more because my knees won't let me do that.
Right.
So we have to understand that if we're not having a real conversation about how the adults, and when I say this, I'll end on this, Ken. I am a part of Generation X, and this is why I say parenting is the problem. Did you know that the children of Generation X, Ken, will be the first Black generation not to get more education and more money than their parents? So if you don't think we got a parenting problem, that statistic right there. And until we're willing to face that issue, we won't solve any of our problems. Parenting and economic sovereignty. I'll shut up.
Brother Ricardo, the address is at the bottom, P.O. Box 2021, Jackson. Let me just put it in the chat for you, brother. Appreciate any donations to that. Yeah, we'll finish up on Friday with it. I think that's it. Gen Z, yeah. Man, you said a lot, bro. I'm looking forward to the newsletter myself, and just along with everything else. Again, we'll continue this. It'll be Funky Friday on Friday, man. We'll have something else to talk about, but we'll keep it going. I'll throw some things around, but I definitely feel like I saw, the commentary behind the process, the democratic process in relation to, you mentioned something about VP Harris. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this is unprecedented, to have a sitting president 4 months before election decide to drop out, and now it leaves a whole party kind of scrambling for a candidate. You don't really have the time to go through all of that. So if they meet as a unit and say, hey, this is who we rolling with, that's who they roll with. So, you had Black Lives Matter comes up and start really attacking that, saying we need to have more. And it's just, I just be looking now, bro. I be looking now. I just be looking and reading and just be like, I don't know, man. I got about 1,700 things running through my mind that I want to say, but I'm just trying to figure out how to hit that target, bro. And you did a really good job of that, man. So we're gonna continue this conversation. We're gonna continue this conversation.
That's right, bro, George. That's right, bro, George. What Parliament Funkadelic said, think it ain't illegal yet. That's from the great song Maggot Brain. So if you never heard the song Maggot Brain by Parliament Funkadelic, and I recommend Ken the live version of Maggot Brain. So somebody go to your streams or whatever you do to get your music and go listen to the live version of Maggot Brain by Parliament Funkadelic. Think it ain't illegal yet, but they definitely trying to make it illegal. That's it. I'll shut up.
Yeah, it's an interesting time right now, man. I would just say, protect your peace, man.
Yep.
Protect your peace, man. Know who you are. Strive to be the best, that you can. And that's all I got, man. This is a great evening, man. I didn't know how this would go. I appreciate bro for, the crew for coming up. We stayed on a little longer. Wanted to get you on. We'll have you back up for sure. We'll see what happens over the next couple of days between now and Friday. I look forward to.
Let me say, I said this to you. I want to say this because it's not just that we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the whole crew, but I will say this, and I know this is not the majority of people, but I think people need to understand this. When we give to the initiatives, particularly when we give to the initiative that allow KC-1400 to bring the content that they bring us, all that content that we love, I would just want people to understand that, yeah, we donate money that may help them pay for a hotel. We donate money that may pay for gas money. But you know what that money don't cover? the wear and tear on their bodies.
Yeah, bro.
The wear and tear on their mental stress. So I want everybody to think about the next time you want to critique. And again, we're not saying that you can't offer balanced suggestions to KC-1400. But I think also when you're thinking about that, I think a lot of times people think, well, if I give this amount of money or I can do this, we can't pay them for the stress and strain that they're putting on their bodies, going up and down the highways, staying up late at night, flying across the country. And I think we just need to, I want you to know, though, Ken, that there are those of us, we know that, we see that, we appreciate you. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm getting off easy. When I send my little donation, I'm saying to myself, thank God Ken them doing that. That mean I ain't got to do it. I'm honest with you.
Man,
so
and I mean, bro, in a month, it's gonna be nonstop for the rest of the year. That's why I'm home chilling. I ain't trying to do nothing. I will go, to scope out the venue for the event next month. I'm gonna go and we got camp coming up. It's a lot happening, man, and it's a lot of back to back travel weekends, a lot of flights, a lot of hotel stays, a lot of bag packing, a lot of eating on the road. Hell, I done gained weight from this shit. You know why? Because my body been on Central Standard Time for 30 plus damn years. And then all of a sudden you get on the damn different time zone. Your body don't know where you at. Your body just know, look, bro, 6 o'clock, been 6 o'clock.
That's right.
You try eating, you eating at, I'm eating at 7. If I'm eating at 7 out here, it's like I'm technically eating at 9. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to, what the hell am I doing wrong? Well, the problem is because I'm still, and it dawned on me, like light bulb went off, like, you know what? I may need to just not eat before 6, but I'll be up late. So then you get the growling, man. But no, I appreciate you for saying that, bro. It's a grind. And I trust that the return on the investment will pay off. It will. It's a blessing to be able to do what you love to do and work in this space. Like I told you guys, this is full time for me now. It's full-time grind, man. If I ever do get too stressful, I quit it just like I quit a job. So I'm just telling you, but the weight of it is there, man. It can be, some days do be stressful, because of all the stuff. So I had to learn how to just prioritize it and, give the right amount of emotions or not give to whatever, so we could, pace ourselves and keep rolling. So there's this thing called the law of diminishing returns, though. The more you put something into something, the less you get out of it. So we got to keep the momentum. We're losing momentum on initiatives and stuff like that. It used to could snap a finger and it'd be done, but I understand, just like with anything. That's why I was saying with the scenario, what we were talking about, we have a mindset, Brother C. Lee, where we get some stuff, but we got just enough to pay the car note.
Right.
Damn, I got to get insurance too? Okay, let me go get this cheap insurance. Can I get liability? Okay, I'm going to just get just enough. But you know what you didn't factor in? The maintenance. Gas. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how we approach, our athletics and stuff like that. That's why you can go 2 decades without upgrading anything. And we just be numb to it.
And it's also
thank the goodness we got a new practice field, because y'all don't, we forgot that in 2019, we had a practice field with holes in it. So let's not forget that.
And we forget, and I know I'm gonna set up. People don't know the difference between mobilizing and organizing.
Yeah.
Mobilizing is a one-time feel-good thing.
Yes.
Most people don't have the dedication or the willpower for true organizing, because organizing takes long-term investment.
Yes, it does.
I think we need to just start talking about, we all mobilized. But what KC-1400 is trying to do is take that mobilization energy and turn it into organized energy.
Yeah.
And we have to get around just mobilizing for something that feels good and be willing to do the work to create an organized commitment. I promise I shut up. I'm done after that, man. Good night.
Hey, thank you, Leonard. Appreciate it. We done, man. Appreciate you for coming up, bro. I'm gonna shut this thing down. It's time for me to, I ain't finna go to bed. I'm finna go play my game. So I'll be up probably a couple more hours. I'm finna go get on some of that NCAA. I'm on my dynasty mode right now, brother C. Lee. And even with that, they didn't even put the HBCUs on the game. So we got to go create our own shit. Another way that we got to work to be relevant again. But some people might be content with that, you know, as I stated. I do want to say this, though, before we go. I did the math on that, too. Just so y'all know. Y'all do know that the college football game paid out all Division I single A. All FBS students got paid $600 for opting into the game, right? That means their name, their image, their likeness is on the game. They get to play with themselves, right? And play as themselves, rather. That didn't sound right. But anyway, I heard it back. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this, though. They left out FCS. So what I did, Brother C. Lee, is I Googled the number of number of football players in the NCAA. Hold on, number of Division I. I'm gonna do it before I go. We're gonna go Division I.
Yeah.
Football players.
And you multiply that by 600.
Yep.
And then subtract it from their profit.
So I think it was like 30. It was a little over 30,000. So what I did is I took 31,000. That's 31,000 if you include FBS and FCS, and I multiplied that by $600, and that came out to be a payout of $18,600,000, right? 18.6 million, and that's rounded up to 31,000 players.
Right.
They grossed over 100 million in pre-orders.
There you go. There you go.
So don't tell me that they couldn't have done it, because it's already they gave you the capability of the ability to do it. And we ran out there and we started creating all these FCS schools, and we moved them up to FBS on the game, and we substituted. Hell, I put Jackson State in Conference USA and substituted New Mexico State. Shout out to my boy Rick for creating a decent build. They give you the website that you can go create a team and build the uniforms and do all this stuff, because they could have done the work, because they grow, you know what I'm saying, 5 times the money, bro. They donated, more than 5 times the money. They grossed what they paid out. So it's not a bad thing for us to just want to position ourselves in a progressive manner. I just don't understand why we scoff at progression so much. I just don't get it. It's something. I just don't get it, man. And I thought about this when you were talking, and I promise I'll say this and I'm gone. You talked about Harriet and slavery. So when you think on that, we weren't enslaved. Obviously, we weren't born into that. He was born into some tough times, but it wasn't that. But there was a generation, several generations that were born into slavery. That's all they knew.
Yep.
And so within that mindset, you have to conclude that slavery was the reality of life. With Black, with slaves, masters white, this is what it is. This is just what we do. When someone comes up to you to talk about the ideal of freedom, it's a foreign concept. And it's like, What do you mean? Because you would have to conclude that some masters were probably a little bit more endearing to their slaves than others.
Oh, no doubt.
So it was a little bit more difficult for those slaves to entertain an idea of being free, because you're saying, why am I going to go through all of this to, like, why am I going to do that to go be free when I'm just going to have to, you know what I'm saying? Look over my shoulders and run, and you know what I'm saying? The risk of losing their life in the quest.
I don't know what freedom is.
I don't know what do you mean free? Like, what is this freedom stuff you talking about? Like, why do you keep saying freedom? We're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do. This is what life is. And then when you tell me that I could go north and there's black people that look like me that aren't living the way we live, I have to count the cost of the journey.
Yep.
And the journey just seems a little bit too taxing.
Yep.
It's just best that we just make best out of this plantation life and continue to be slaves and continue to do things as status quo. We don't like when you talk like that, but that's kind of what we hear when we put progressive thoughts in front of us, and people say, well, why would you want to do that? Why you want to change? You're over there making all that ruckus and creating all this discourse about whatever. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Brother Seeley, I appreciate it. We didn't hit our goal. We'll try again on Friday. I'm ordering those mattresses tomorrow to be delivered to those apartments. And we'll keep it going, man. Once it's done, if you're in the Platinum chat, we'll share that, and then we'll go from there. And I'm going to probably chill on initiatives for a little while because it's just getting a little bit more harder to make it happen. Dark Brandon, Trump. Anywho, all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. We'll see y'all back on Friday. It's been good, man. Appreciate you for coming up, Brother C. Lee.
Thank y'all, man, for everything y'all do. Thee I love, because I only love thee. See y'all Friday.
All right.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
What's up, the I Love family? It's Zoe Phillips with Tiger Talk and proud JSU historian. I'm at the historical Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium, home where all the greatest titans in the state of Mississippi have laid their blood, sweat, and tears at. Look, we're trying to get 10,000 season tickets sold for this year. We'll be the only HBCU to ever have gotten 10,000 season tickets sold. We need you to get it done. Let's do what we do. Let's stand on what we stand on right here at the Vet. We need to see you here yelling for the I Love family. Get your damn tickets.
What's good, Tiger Nation? Y'all know who it is. This your main man, Ken Clark, KC-1400 Media. And guess where we at, man? We at the Vet. Y'all know what it is, the historic Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. And we're here today to talk about season tickets. Road to 10,000 season tickets. We can do it. We got the best fans in the nation. We have led in attendance for FCS for the past 6 seasons. So over 30,000 fans every home game. Why can't we get the 10,000 season tickets? All we got to do is go to www.gojsutigers.com/tickets. Also get your parking pass. Get whatever you need because we got 5 home games this season. We open up September the 7th versus Lane College, and we need you to be in the building, man. 10,000 season tickets, Jackson State University, the I Love, go Tigers, baby.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.